Alright guys, it is that time again. And my mic is way too loud. It is that time again, and it's time for the Sunday live stream. And where I forget to set my mic when we start this up, so it comes in like I'm screaming through a megaphone. Just give me a quick one in chat if you can hear me clearly. That's the most important thing while I fix this. And we'll get this started here in 2 seconds as you guys start to hop in. Come on, microphone, there we go. What's up, guys? I see all the ones coming in. What's up, guys? How's it going? Awesome. It looks like it's holding the ones as held in reviews. That's really weird. That's gonna put a big jam in the stream, because I'm always asking for those ones. Awesome. There we go. Let me figure out where they're. What's going on, guys? How's it hanging? Awesome. All right, good. I got it all set up. All right, let me send out this one little thingamajig. And we'll get this going. You can just ask me anything and we'll kick this off. Same thing as every Sunday. But this one's going to be way different. It's going to be way cooler. In fact, this will be the best one that's ever happened, just because. So that's it, guys. So, like always, guys, I do have a special of the day. The special day, if you go to mhlinks.com/sun, this ends when the stream is done. You will get access to 8X Academy 2.0, which shows you step-by-step how to build a $5,000 per month business from scratch and shows you the steps. I can't guarantee you're going to make $5,000 a month. I can't guarantee you'll see all the steps you need to build a business like that using free traffic. It will give you the VMA program, which shows you how to build a following of like almost 400,000 subscribers on YouTube. More importantly, how to go and make $100 to $200 a day on YouTube. It'll give you full access to the Market Hero Black File, which will teach you step-by-step how I sell. That's actually like used to be a $2,000 program that you can grab today. And it'll also give you access to Interoptim, which will go and generate all the traffic for you free. And it will give you full access to Market Hero. All if you just go to mhlinks.com/sun and try Market Hero. That's over $1,000 worth of stuff that you get just for try Market Hero for free. You can cancel up to 14 days. Don't pay a dime, get to keep all the courses, even take it down to as low as $9. So that's the deal for today, and I also left a link to my mastermind below because you guys are always asking about that. But enough of that stuff. What do you guys want to talk about today? Let's see, what do you guys want to talk about? Just post in chat, and I'll go through it. And give me an X in chat if you can hear me clearly. I just want to make sure I set this up. What can you tell us about starting up a supplement company? It's hard. It's expensive. There's so many tiny little details, and I really don't like physical product businesses. That's why I sold my percentage but I sold my percentage to the current CEO, Matt. I said, you got it from here, dude, at Spectre. Someone said, when did you finally feel rich? I mean, you never feel rich. There's not a point where you're like, man, I feel rich now, you know? Like, I've had enough. That's not how it works. You should really feel rich before you even start a business, because the goal isn't to get rich, it's to make great products. And if you're trying to get rich from your business, you're probably going to make a lot of poor decisions with your product. Do I use VAs? No, I have a staff. And really, like, a lot of people are like really into getting VAs. They really want to outsource, and you shouldn't be outsourcing any part of your business until you can understand and do it extremely proficiently. A lot of people are like, step one to building a business, hire 10 VAs and don't do anything. That's not how it works. You can't take a business that doesn't work and a product that doesn't work and a support system doesn't work and give it to someone else and expect them to make it work. I see people try and do that all the time. Someone said, were you gold capped on WoW when you played? Actually, I was very bad at making money in WoW. I was very bad. Actually, one of the people that works at Market Hero now, I used to play with him all the time in WoW, and he was really good at making money. So he was like the guild master back then. He's just like, Alex, just take this money and go get the best gear. And I was pretty much crap at WoW. I'm not a good WoW player. I've never been good at it ever. But I played it a lot. Will I be playing classic WoW? I don't play video games, especially World of Warcraft. I cannot picture a worse way to spend my time. Let me get my AC out of my freaking eyes. Holy moly. It's like blinding me. Someone said, why does he have a green screen Lambo? Gotta get the traditional fake Lambo comments in. Someone said, what's the story behind the Lambo? I always wanted an Aventador, and a few months ago I was like, I think I'll go get an Aventador. And so that's the story. And that's pretty much it. Someone said, thoughts on NoFap. I really don't want to talk about your personal habits with you on live stream. You should probably go and get advice on how to diddle yourself somewhere else. I don't really want to talk about it. So, someone said, can you talk about productivity, some tips you've been using? I mean, I have like 6 or 7 videos on the channel talking about productivity, but I'll dive into it. You guys are here to ask questions, and then I get so used to answering the same questions over and over. I kind of ignore some sometimes. But let me just move this over and let's talk about productivity, because it's pretty important. So, look, there's so many aspects of productivity. I'd have to say, like, your mood, and then your overall, like, creativity, and then your work habits. And so creativity is really going to kind of tie more into, like, your IQ, or, like, feeling good. And so where do we start with this? So let's start with health, because that's where we really need to start off at. So your creativity and IQ and your mood is going to be really influenced by how you feel. That's just bar none. That's how it's going to work. And so what you need to really focus on, especially when you're starting off, is a lot of people aren't able to focus or get much done simply because their body is just absolute trash. You know, their body isn't going to give them the willpower. It's not going to give them the focus. It's not going to give them the ability to even think. And when you have that type of situation, you're not going to get much done. If you're super tired, if your brain is really foggy, if you don't feel good, like you just feel like a little sick all the time, which is what most people stick at. Most people have such inflammation in their bodies, they walk around almost a level of just like, I'm not sure how to describe it. Just not completely there. Just not able to focus on anything. And so that's why you see people needing to take Adderall to wake up and take Xanax to go to sleep. So the first thing you need to really get down, guys, is you should really just get on and I'm going to break this down to the simple ways. Like, I do all sorts of crazy stuff. Like, I literally have a hyperbaric chamber over there that I just bought because I take this to the 10th level. But you don't need to take this to the 10th level to get to $100,000 a year, which I think is what a lot of people's goal here is. So what can we do? So the number one things you can do if you want to really increase your productivity tenfold is, first off, just get good at sleeping. And what does that mean? Let's not go overboard. Let's not go and start tracking our sleep and doing crazy things. Like, I have an Oura Ring and I track my sleep and I experiment with all sorts of stuff. The most simple thing you can do is remove the TV from your TV room, or remove the TV from your house, period. And remove the TV at least from where you sleep. Go to sleep at a good time. Don't stay up late, and go to sleep at the same time and wake up at the same time every single night. On top of that, don't be out partying and stuff on the weekends, especially if you're starting your business. Now, every now and then, I'll break some of these rules. But if you're just starting off and you really need to get there, the easiest way to get there as fast as possible is you don't break any of these rules. So go to sleep at the same time every single night. So usually I'm asleep by 8 o'clock and I'm up at 4 a.m. every single day. And so just doing those basic things right there, blacking out your windows, going and sleeping in a consistent environment that isn't complete trash, getting rid of the TV in your room without having a bunch of blue light hitting you, that's going to increase your sleep a whole lot. All right, so there's a really basic way to just make sure that you are there and present when you wake up in the morning. If you're not, there's all sorts of stuff you can do on top of that, but it starts to get expensive, and I don't want to overwhelm you guys. I want to give you guys actionable advice. I can tell you all sorts of stuff about, like, going and getting the levels in your blood checked, and like the certain pills you take before sleep, and like how you can track your sleep and what metrics you should look at. But if you just do this, this is going to get you 70% of the way there. And I want to give you everything you need to make 100 to 500K a year. All right, just get out of a bad funk. Next thing you can do is just take up an anti-inflammation diet. So what does that mean? So stop eating sugar. Just stop eating sugar. Stop eating any bad carbs, which are going to fall under the categories of like bread or anything that is artificial. So, for example, a really easy diet you could follow is just chicken, hemp protein, egg protein, green juice, and you can get your fats from ghee butter and MCT oil. All right, that diet right there is about as simple as it gets. It's really easy to digest. And so when you eat a diet like that, you're going to have very low inflammation. It's going to allow you to think a lot faster. You're going to sleep a lot better. You're going to feel a lot better. And then most importantly, that diet is very easy to digest. And so I don't think a lot of you guys are capable. I try to do almost a 24-hour fast every single day. I'm on a 48-hour fast right now. I'm about like at hour 24 on that. And I don't think that that's compatible for you guys. But if you guys are going to be eating throughout the day, you better make sure it's something that doesn't take you a long time to digest. Most people lose all their focus and energy after they eat. Have you ever noticed, for example, when you go to lunch and you have a big old lunch, you come back and you're really sleepy? For example, in high school, I go and eat 2 Chipotle burritos and then come back to class and just pass out, just around the desk. And I still did pretty well on my test. But if you can eliminate that, all right, great. So what we've done right now is we've made it so that our mood is good. And now that you have the ability to focus, now that you have the ability to have clean thought, your creativity is going to be really good. And so you're going to be able to go for the better part, and you're going to be able to achieve at least, let's say, 70% of your potential. And most people walk around at probably about 25%. So once you have that, one thing I want to stress is that you can't brute force any of this. If you try and brute force it, it's not sustainable. You can get motivated for short periods of time, but you have to put your body in an optimal state, or it's just not going to work long term. Okay, so that's the most important thing. You don't want to try and brute force this, because your brain literally has chemicals that are connected to your willpower. So, for example, if you're trying to, let's say I put a cake in front of you and you really love cake and you have to resist eating that cake for an hour. If you then go and try and do work after that, you're going to do far less quality work than if I hadn't done that cake experiment to you. Because what happens is the chemicals that control your willpower literally start to drain. It's an actual chemical in your brain. I forgot the actual name of it, but that right there is a very true statement. It's been studied many, many times. And so what you need to do is you need to start developing really good work habits that tap into that while removing distractions. So the reason why most beginners fail is not because, and we've done so much work on this at HCOM. Like, my main job at HCOM is literally to figure out why people don't figure out the tactics that we give them and why they can't apply them. And it never, ever has to do anything with the tactics themselves. It very, very, very rarely has anything to do with the tactics themselves. There's this one post I made, like, a guy joined the group and then 3 days later, he just followed the checklist that Matt makes, which are just little step-by-step checklist on how to make your store, put the ads up, get it done. And he was able to hit $100 a day like that. And so I want to figure out how to connect that in people's heads. And what got people the best results in HCOM wasn't giving them some magic tactic. It was optimizing how they work. And so when you're thinking about your work habits, what you need to do is in the mornings, for example, my sleep chronotype, I get the most work done from between 4 a.m. and noon. And then after that, it's pretty much rubbish if I'm trying to do anything complicated. So first off, you need to figure out when you get your best work done, period. Now, if you have a job, you're not going to be able to do this so much. If you have a sleep chronotype like mine, where you wake up really early, you can do this before you go to work. Or if you have I don't know any chronotypes where people should get their work done at like past 5 o'clock. So you're kind of screwed there. But what you want to do is you want to find out when you do your best work. And if you can't, you really want to be able to set at least 3 hours aside to work on your business. And when you're doing that, when you have your mind cleared, when you do all this stuff, when you get home from work or whatever you're doing, you got to make sure you actually use that 3 hours. And what most people are doing is when they're working, they're checking Facebook. Excuse me, I may be a little bit sniffly today. I just got over a little bit of a cold. They're going to be checking Facebook. They're going to be checking Instagram. They're going to be working on 5 different things at once. And they're going to be talking to their wife or girlfriend. They're going to be interacting with friends. They're also going to be paying their bills. And there's going to be like 10 different things you're doing in the span of that 3 hours. The average person's interrupted 15 times every single hour. And what happens is your focus and how well you're able to think and focus and get things done, it's like a growing line curve, okay? And it starts growing, growing, growing. And when you get interrupted, it resets. Because what happens is your brain starts to get locked in, and this has been proven and studied many, many times. Every single time you're interrupted, time you get stopped, your brain forgets what it was doing, and you have to come back, find not only where you were doing, but then your brain has to get back in that flow. And it really takes almost 2 hours to get in this flow. And so if you're doing 3 hours of work, you barely have enough time to get in that flow. But the most important thing is if you cut all these things out of here, you're able to get 3 hours of work done. If you're doing these things and you're constantly being interrupted, what's going to happen is you're only going to get about 30 minutes of work done. And I could literally come to your house and coach you. I could tell you exactly what to do. I could send Matt. I don't coach e-commerce. But I could send Matt to your house. Or I could send any expert on Planet Earth to come to your house and coach you. You wouldn't be able to get anything done, not because you're dumb or you're inefficient, but it's because you're only getting 30 minutes of work done a day. That's not enough work to get anything done. And the reason why it's pretty easy for me to make a lot of money is, first off, I have lots of experience. Let's not get that wrong. But when I'm up at 4 a.m. till about noon, it's a straight, uninterrupted work. My girlfriend knows not to interrupt me. Other people know not to interrupt me. And I try my damnedest to avoid social media like the plague. Now, there's other days where I'm a little bit less busy. I'm not having to be this disciplined. But on days where I have stuff to get done, from 4 a.m. to noon, there's very little else I'm focused on. For example, if I'm writing a webinar, from 4 a.m. to noon, I'm only doing that. And because of that, I'm extremely effective. And if we can take it back to this, guys, what's happening is because my mood is very high, my creativity and IQ is unlocked because I have low inflammation diet, my brain's able to think, and I have lots of energy to do so. I put out some really damn good work in this time frame. And so that's the work right there that makes me a millionaire. And if you want to hit $100,000 a year, what you must do is you must go out there and fix this problem right here. If you go into this 3-hour work period, which is what most people do when they're starting their first business, and you can't think, you're super distracted, and you're not feeling very creative, and you're in a bad mood, you're not going to have success. That would be like if you wanted to play in the NFL, and you went to practice, but instead of practicing 6 hours a day like every NFL player, you went on the field and you only got 30 minutes of practice done, and you weren't having fun doing it the entire time. You didn't feel good and you didn't learn anything, and all your stuff was piss poor. You wouldn't do very well in sports. You won't do very well in entrepreneurship. And that right there, guys, is, I think, the number one reason why most people fail. If you can get 3 hours of solid work done every single day for 6 months straight, you're going to have something at the end of 6 months. You're going to be good at what you do. Unless there's something wrong with your brain. Like, this isn't an IQ thing. This isn't like a personality type thing. Unless there's something wrong with you, like medically, which I don't know, that's 99% of people don't have that excuse, you're going to have something great. Someone said, how do you use 12 hours a day? How I use it is I will usually work for about 8 hours, and then I'm going to try and read and study for 4 hours. That's what I'm going to try and do. That's the optimal day for me. And that's hard to do sometimes. Someone said, how do you work 12 hours a day? I don't work 12 hours a day because I don't have 12 hours of work to get done every single day. There are plenty of days where I've done a 16-hour day, like when I was writing the webinars and getting all of our ads set up and doing a lot of like the funnels and stuff for Market Hero. I'll pull 16-hour days because I once I have a process that I need to work on, I just get it done. Okay? And that's not achievable if your body's just a wreck. Now, I can do that, and I don't like to do that. That will give massive burnout. That's not an optimal way to work, but I'm able to do that. What I like to try and do is about 8 hours a day. So about what I'm going to do is at 4 a.m. I'm going to get up about that time. It takes me about till 5 a.m. to get to my computer because I'm going to shower. I'm going to take some of my stuff, my drinks in the morning that I help to kind of like detox my body and remove all the stuff that's released overnight. I'm going to meditate. And so what I'm going to do at that time is I'm going to go to that time, and then I'm probably going to work till about noon. All right, so that time right there I kind of include in the 12 hours. And then at noon, what I'm trying to do is I'm going to try and read for about 3 hours. Okay, or listen to audiobooks or something like that. And I also will go to the gym around this time while listening to an audiobook. So I'm kind of doing a double whammy right there. So from 12 to 3, that's kind of when I'm going to go and get all that stuff done. And then from 3 to about, I might go a little bit longer in reading, till about 3 to 8, that's kind of when I'm like off and like I'm just going to do general stuff. Okay, so that's kind of my general work habit right there. And of course, like a lot of people will have that a lot longer because they eat lunch and stuff during the day. Like all my eating, all my studying, like any of my breaks and everything come after the work period. So that's a little bit different than some other people's schedules you've probably seen, but I have kind of a weird schedule. Someone said, how to make $5 million a month? You let me know, man. I've never done $5 million in a month. Who's your favorite mumble rapper? I'm not really sure what that means. I know it's a thing. I'm not saying it's not a thing. I'm just not really sure what mumble rapper means. Someone said, do I ever get sick? Yeah, I get sick sometimes. It just happens. Well, that's why you got to work hard so that when you do get sick, you know, you have a little bit of time. You can take a break on there. And I can still get like my base work done when I'm sick, but I'm not going to do anything great. What's my favorite Pokemon? Definitely a Dragonite. Where do we go right there? I'm looking for good questions. Am I into trading stocks? I think you guys know the answer on that. Someone said, what's my profit margin? Yesterday I spent $17,000. We took in $30,000 on Stripe. I think about $6,000 on PayPal. And then Market Hero. I don't know. I haven't checked that processor yet. But from like directly from ads and all the stuff coming in there right there, I'd say on ads, like same-day cash back, we'll probably usually do about a 2x ROI, and then once like payment plans and everything's all said and done, we'll probably do like a 3.5x when everything's all said and done. EWQ says, what's up, Becker? Hi, EWQ. How's it going? Do I do cryotherapy? I don't like to do anything that involves me leaving the house. That's why I get like all the therapies here. Like I just got like this red light therapy system. It's like this. It's really cool. It's huge. It's like what Ben Greenfield has. And so I got that coming to the house, and I just got a hyperbaric chamber over there, and I got an infrared sauna upstairs. And so all that kind of stuff I'm going to try and do at my house. If I have to drive somewhere to do it, I'm just not going to do it. I've considered getting a cryotherapy tank at the house, but that's really dangerous, and I don't know if I want to do that. Someone said, how much should you read to become a billionaire? That's not becoming a billionaire. One, I'm not a billionaire, so like it's kind of silly for me to sit here and talk about how to be a billionaire, like a high school quarterback talking about how to play in the NFL. That being said, it's not a black and white thing. Like you can read a billion books and not be a billionaire. That's not how it works. Someone said, how much money would you invest in ads, Google and Facebook? That a lot of people, when they get in the ads, they view it as like not how you should view it. Like if you put money in a stock and it kept losing you money, would you put more money in the stock? Probably not. And with ads, you should see an ROI. Like you don't start spending a lot on ads until you see a significant ROI, until you can track it, you know? And I can go into my ads and I track everything 6 months down the line, a year after the line after the ad runs. I can see exactly down to the ad audience, exactly how much money that audience made me. So if I spent $100 6 weeks ago, I can see exactly over 2 years how much money all the customers that came in from there actually made me in the ad. It's not just like a 1 week thing. It's not just a 2 week thing. It's not a same day thing. And a lot of people really mess up right there. But at the very bare minimum, when you're getting involved in ads, you don't keep investing in an ad that's not making money. So you ask me, how much money do you put into an ad? You keep putting money in until you don't see an ROI, or the ROI gets below an unacceptable level for you where it's not worth it. So that's a big confusion. People think, okay, so after $500 you're going to see an ROI. No, you could put in $10,000. If the ad doesn't work at $100 a day, it's not going to work at $10,000 a day. It's just going to get worse. In fact, when you're running ads, your ad should have tremendous ROIs at $100 to $200 a day. Like if I keep my ads at $130 a day, I have an ad set with just one placement on YouTube, and we spend like $3,000 a month on it, and it does $16,000 a month back net. So that's about a $13,000 a month profit right there. And like if I want to keep my ads at about $500 a day, I can get a tremendous ROI. All right, I could probably do about $30,000 profit on a $500 a day ad spend, but I spend about $17,000 a day as of right now. And so when you're going and investing in ads, you don't just throw money at it until it works. It should work at a low level. If it's not working at a low level, it's not going to work at a high level. So that's the answer to the questions right there. Do I do in-house marketing or out-of-house marketing? I control all of our marketing right now. You should not be doing out-of-house marketing until you've grown your business to $500,000 a month. Like, I can't imagine any time when you should be passing off the most important part and the hardest part of your business. Like, once you get a business going, marketing's pretty easy. You have something that works. But no one's going to come and build a marketing funnel for you. So it should always be in-house. Like, no one's going to come and build something that's going to work for you because it takes so much time and attention. It's impossible. If a person could come and build you a funnel and a marketing system that makes $500,000 a month, they would do it for themselves. They would do it for themselves. Someone said, I'm doing 10K a day right now. How do I scale? There's a lot of different things that come into that. So like the craziest thing that to me, this is like a big thing that so many people mess up. Like a person's doing 10K a day from their ads. And let's say they're spending 2K a day. And so what a lot of people do is the way they want to scale is they want to go and then spend 4K a day. And they keep trying to spend 4K a day and it doesn't work out because the product and the conversions aren't there. And so what you want to do if you actually want to scale and you're at 2K a day and you're doing 10K a day back, and that's some crazy margins right there. Like if you're doing 2K a day and 10K a day back, and that's like your net in, you're doing pretty damn well. You could probably scale a lot further there. But if you're stuck at 10K a day and you can't scale, I'm going to bet your margins aren't that. Because you would be scaling. If your margins were 5x same day, you'd be scaling like crazy. Okay? I don't know anybody that has those margins at scale. So what I'm assuming is you're probably spending like 6K a day to do like 10K. And so you're trying to figure out how to scale. The way you want to scale, dude, is you could probably turn this 6K into 20K a day if you just put in a proper back end and you increase your conversions at the sales page and you put in a proper back end where you're doing email marketing, and you also went in and optimized your audiences. There's probably a lot of audiences you're running ads to that aren't that profitable. There's probably other audiences, if you were tracking everything, that is mega profitable. And so the way you should scale first is by getting your customers to spend more and then optimizing. And then once you've completely maxed that out, then it's time to scale. Don't try and scale with something that's not optimized completely. Someone said, what do I do if I don't like to do sales and I have a product? Partner with someone who likes to do sales or learn how to do sales. Like until, this is going to sound like a weird opinion, but until you hit like $50,000 a month, you have really, this is going to contradict things I've said, but I think you should be doing every role in your business. You should understand how to do every single role because you don't have to be the world's greatest marketer to break 50K a month. You don't have to. Once you get past that point, you start having to be really specialized in certain areas. Okay. So like at 50K a month, if I'm running a 50K a month business, I can manage that with my current level of manager skills. But at my current business level, which does millions of dollars per month, it is impossible for me to manage it. I cannot manage it. I should not be involved in operations. I should be really specialized in what I do. So if you don't like to do sales and you're below 50K a month, you have a decision to make. You can find someone who's really good at sales and split it with them. Or you could just do sales. You could just get good at sales. You should really understand how sales in your business works because your business isn't going to make any money until you have sales. And if someone else is in charge of your sales, you are dependent on that person. They have control. That's it. Someone said I had 23K impressions on Pinterest but no conversions. Okay, so Trevor, I see this question all the time. I got a lot of clicks. I got a lot of views. I got a lot of impressions. The only metric that matters, I don't look at my opt-ins. I do look at my opt-ins. That's a lie. I don't look at my clicks. I don't look at my views. I don't look at my cost per click. I don't look at any of that. I look at cash in, and then I look at opt-ins for the sake of email marketing. But that has nothing to do with the initial ads. I do look at opt-ins. But what I look at is cash in and cash out. Okay? If you got a lot of views, you got a lot of clicks, and a lot of people looking at what you're doing, and you didn't get any conversions, no, that's a terrible result. It's a terrible result. Likes, views, thumbs up, hearts don't matter. They don't matter. So don't focus on anything except cash in and cash out. Someone said thoughts on Gary Vee. The only person whose thoughts on Gary Vee matters is you. My opinion on Gary Vee doesn't matter. And Gary Vee doesn't have anything to do with me. I don't care about Gary Vee. I don't have any thoughts about Gary Vee. I spent about maybe 2 seconds other than bidding on keywords with his name in it thinking about Gary Vee. I don't know anything about Gary Vee. I don't. And really, you should be focused on your business, you know? And so if you get value and it helps you with your business, then you probably like Gary Vee. If Gary Vee doesn't help you, stop worrying about Gary Vee. Like you like to the cart. Worrying about Gary Vee in relation to your business is like worrying about the Kardashians in relation to your business because he's a business celebrity. But if his information isn't relevant to your business, like why are you thinking about a celebrity? Someone said, what's the best way to get started? Look, guys, every live stream I get the question, what's the best way to get started? That's why I'm just giving you guys a crazy special today. If you go to mhlinks.com/sun, There's literally a full training that shows you how to build a $5,000 per month business. There's a full training that shows you how I grew my YouTube channel, but more so how to get to $100 to $200 a day on YouTube by advertising to your viewers. There's the black file, which shows all my sales strategies, some of my most complicated, like advanced pitches to convert people to all sorts of things. You get inner opt-in, which is going to generate the free traffic for you, and you get access to Market Hero. You know, it's all there. If you just want to get started, like it's literally all there. You can go in the Market Hero, and it shows you step by step exactly what niche to pick. Okay, it shows you exactly what niche to pick, how to build an email marketing business, how to get it to $5,000 a month. It shows you the steps. It doesn't guarantee you're going to get the $5,000 per month. It shows you how to build it all with free methods. You can build a free website. You can build a free everything. Actually, I think you have to invest like $1.99. It shows you how to make all the videos. It shows you how to create your first product. It shows you literally everything you need to build a $100 a day business and get it there. It also shows you how to build all the sales funnels that I make. It shows you exactly how to pick the right niche. It shows you all the, there's another funnel section in there. It shows you how to do the copywriting and sales tactics if you don't know sales. It shows you how to generate free traffic if you don't want to invest in traffic yet. It even shows you how to do tons and tons and tons and tons of Facebook advertising and YouTube advertising. On top of that, guys, you'll get access to the VMA program, which shows you step by step how to pick a niche on YouTube, how to get free traffic off of YouTube, how to get people to buy stuff off of YouTube. Everything you need to go out there and do that. And we even give you traffic generation tools, and we give you Market Hero so you can manage all the marketing and all the sales stuff. Okay, and the way it works, guys, is these courses are going to show you how to go out there and crush it, and Market Hero is going to allow you to execute on a lot of stuff. We're giving you Market Hero free for 14 days. If this isn't for you and you don't want to be an entrepreneur, that's okay. This is a completely no risk offer. Just cancel. Don't do it. Okay, you shouldn't be doing this or paying for stuff if you don't think you want to be an entrepreneur. However, this is like the lowest barrier to entry entrepreneurship offer ever. It gives you all the stuff you need to do this with. And if you want to get through the training and keep the training a little bit longer while keeping limited access software, you can downgrade to $9 a month, which is, I believe, less than a Netflix account that's upgraded. So that's everything right there. And that's special. That's like $1,000 worth of courses. That's over 20 hours worth of stuff. That's all the software you need to execute. It's literally everything you need to build a business if you're getting started or you already have a business and you're a veteran. And you can get it free today if you go to mhlinks.com/sun. And that deal ends when this stream is done. You should check it out. And if you want one-on-one mentorship and stuff like that, you should attend my mastermind, which is linked below. But that's not for 99.9% of people here. Someone said, Dan Penny is my mentor. One thing I see you guys do a lot, and I'm not saying like, this is stupid. I'm really trying to get away from being like, that's stupid. Because all the questions you guys ask, there is a thought process behind it. And a lot of you guys view mentors almost like you view your sports team, you know, or you view it like a religion. And there's no area of life where taking absolutes or identifying with any one way of thinking is beneficial. There's contradictions everywhere, and you should really be able to, if marketing is like the difference between communism and capitalism, you should understand how both work. And you should really be able to combine the best parts of them together when they are applicable. So a lot of people see mentors and they see it more as like a baseball team or like something you must connect to, like, oh, I follow Ty Lopez, but not Gary Vee. That's not how you should think. Or you shouldn't think like, well, I follow Alex Becker, but everybody else is you shouldn't do that. You should, even if you disagree with 90% of what people say, you should look at the 10% that is smart and take it. So thinking in absolutes is something only Sith do. We saw what happened to Anakin. So don't do it. Someone said, why do I see people struggling to get refunds from your company? You don't, dude. I mean, you can literally go into my Stripe account right here, and you can see that after sales, so right here in the last 4 weeks, I did 923,000, and you can see sales. There's almost $200,000 worth of refunds right there. You know, people don't have a problem getting refunds. You know, we can go to billing right here, and like the reason why people have trouble getting refunds, and I'll tell you why. But I mean, you should ask the question if you're like skeptical. Let's go to payments. And then let's do refunded. I mean, if it will load up. You can see right here, like, people don't have trouble getting refunds. You know? I can show you hundreds of thousands of dollars with refunds. The reason why people say they have trouble getting refunds is here's the exact refund guarantee. Oops. Where did it, what, oh, that's, great, I'm showing, not even showing my screen. Let me go and get this back up here. There we go. think you guys can see that now. Okay, so to make my point again, like, you should totally ask, like, is this guy legit? Is he scamming people? But I mean, if you just go through my account right here, you can see, you know, last 4 weeks right there, last like 27 days, I did $924,000 in sales. There's almost $200,000 in refunds. Like, we give it to people. I don't want to hold people's money, because if a person invests in our products, they're a buyer. They're going to come back and buy something. But the reason why people have trouble getting a refund, or they claim they have trouble getting a refund, which I'm not going to say they're a liar, but I'm going to say they're stretching the truth, is because if you go into our coaching program, the refund guarantee is within 30 days. What we require people to do is actually use the course. So you have to watch the first 6 modules, you have to create a Shopify store, you have to run ads to your store, and you have to go into our Facebook group and ask for help, okay? And just to be straightforward right here, all these processes right here take probably about 2 to 5 hours work, 2 to 5 hours of work, okay? That's all there is right there. And they have 30 days to do it. So if they don't put 5 hours of work into the course within their first 30 days of doing it, then no, we're not going to do it, because you didn't even use the course, and you just came in and took our info and didn't use it. So that's why we do that. And when people say they can't get a refund, that's why. But I scream this in the webinar, I scream this on the sales page, and then before they sign, they have a option to say, hey, look, if you want a refund and you don't agree to this, just get a refund right now. But here's what you have to do. You have to try and use the course. And if you don't like that, don't sign your name right here. And so when people say they can't get a refund, that's hooey, because we literally show it to them and they sign that this is what they understand. So if you ever get one of my products, don't worry about getting a refund as long as you agree to the refund guarantee, which is shown to you 5 times. There's nothing hidden about it. So that's just a question that sometimes people say. But as you can see right here, it's really quite common for people to come into the program and get refunded. You can see HCOM 3030 refunds all day right here. That's because a lot of times some people aren't cut out to be entrepreneurs, and we realize that, you know? So we have no problem giving people their money back if they give it an attempt and it doesn't help them. Now, if they don't give it an attempt and we're sitting there coaching and investing in them, then we're not going to give you a refund. But that's how it works. Someone said most people don't read the terms. That's fine, because I scream it in the webinar. I show it to them after they check out. I show it to them before they check out. And then I also show it to them on the checkout page. It's right there. So it's pretty clear, and really, if someone comes in the course, all they have to do is put in 5 hours of work. And so that's it. And that's a very, very, very common refund guarantee. So that's it. So that's the deal. What else do you guys have questions about? And if you guys have any like skeptical questions, I have no problem answering them. It's very easy for me to go through all the stuff right there. Do I ever miss playing video games? Yeah, I do, but I enjoy marketing in my business more. And how I would feel after I played video games, which is tired, exhausted, mentally strained, I don't miss trying to do that and work at the same time. Someone said 5 hours a day. No, 5 hours total. Let's see. Is the Detox Dude's course worth it? I really like his course. It helped me a whole lot. It's extreme detoxing, though. It's like not casual. There's a lot of stuff in there that people are going to balk at or say is like, oh, no, that's not blah, blah. But the Detox Dude course helped me a lot. It's a great course. What do you think about the gun niche? I think it's really hard to advertise. And with how complicated laws are becoming with guns and stuff, I don't think it's a great niche to get into if you're a beginner. Someone said, Becker, would you create a Market Hero mobile app? It would be amazing. Raphael, I see what you're saying right there, but you're probably not our target market. I've never, ever, I'm a serious email marketer. I'm also a serious ad runner. I don't run my business from my phone. I've never done that. And so at Market Hero, when it comes to adding features, you know, like there's so many features we can add. There's so many features I can add, but I need to think about who my target market is. Okay, and my target market with True Tracking at Market Hero is people that spend over 10K a month on ads. And don't get me wrong, it works very well for beginners, but the people who are going to come and stay the longest are people that spend 10K a month on ads and have a list of over 20,000 people. And a person like this is probably doing about $40,000 to $300,000 a year. And that person isn't going to be running their business from their mobile phone. They're just not. No one runs their business from their mobile phone that's serious about their business. That is like trying to be a professional race car driver while with a go-kart. Like, it's just not functional. Like, it's not, you're not going to be able to do things as well. And if you're running your business from your mobile phone, that's just silliness. That's just silliness. That's like trying to think of a better metaphor. Like it's like you're in a tank battle and you're trying to go in there with a pistol. Like, that's not, it doesn't give you the output in the work effectively. So I'm going to focus on the features that attract this person. And so there's so many people like, oh, MailChimp has this feature, or this has this feature. That's great, but my target market and where our business succeeds is not through those type of users. So I'm going to make features 100% around our best user, and that's how we're going to explode. To get to $1 million a month at Market Hero, I don't need every type of user in the world. I need one type of person, and I need to be able to serve them better than anybody else. If I chase every single one of these features that people suggest, I'm not going to serve anybody that great. And then there's no reason to leave any system you're currently on, or even use our stuff, because it's not going to be good, because we're trying to do 10 different things. So we're not going to make a mobile app anytime soon. So that's why. It's not because I don't care about your feedback. It's because that the people that we're trying to get on Market Hero don't do email marketing from their phone. Someone said, can you make a Discord already and accept call-ins for questions, make 2 rooms, log people, drag people to talk to them? John, this is about the extent I'm willing to go to on social media. You know, I'm not making Discord channels. I'm not doing all that stuff. I do Sunday live streams because I usually have a lot of free time on Sundays just because my staff isn't in. So I'm not doing the whole social media for everyone. If you want to get my information, watch me on YouTube. I'm not doing it anywhere else. I don't have time, and I'm not doing that. My business is not based around being a social media celebrity or fielding questions. If you want to ask a question, show up on Sundays. Someone said, I'm considering getting a luxurious car to motivate me to work harder. Based on your experience, is it right? No, it's not right. Like, that's dumb. If your motivation to work harder is a car, your business is probably pretty shitty. Because all you're trying to do is make money. And when you're trying to make money, you're not worried about your customer. You're worried about paying for your damn car. Now, look, will putting yourself in a financial bind because of your car or spending more money motivate you to make more money? Yeah, but then you're also worried about your car. And don't get me wrong, I did this same exact... Actually, I was making over $100,000 a month before I got my first Lamborghini. And a Lamborghini monthly payment, I paid about $1,000 a month for that car. So I was well in my range and right to get that car. So, no, I don't think it's smart. Focus on your customer, and you should be getting the satisfaction from your business. If you're trying to get satisfaction from your car, you're not going to get it. You're just going to want another car. Someone said, should you work 5 to 7 hours a day to make $5 million a year? You're not going to make $5 million a year working 5 to 7 hours a day. Or you're not. And if you're worried about, like, you're trying to work as little as possible, like, is 5 to 7 hours enough? It's not that you can't do that in 5 to 7 hours a day. It's that your mindset is, I want to work as little as possible. And if your mindset's that, I guarantee your mindset isn't how I can do anything badass. And to make like $5 million a year online, you have to have a really good product. You have to have a good team. You have to have really good margins on your ads. You have to be really good at what you do. And if you're like trying to work as little as possible, you're probably not going to be very good at what you do. So I don't think you'll make $5 million a year with that mindset. Someone said, Sam Oven explains why time and energy you put into a nice car is never worth it since it's taking away from the business potential. Yeah, that's true. It's not true. And so, yeah, no, I mean, like, that's not true. I don't have any, like, defense for, like, you should definitely get a car. I don't spend much time focusing on my car, and You know, there's only so much time I can put into my business. Sometimes there's only so much time. So if there's some things that make you happy and make your life more enjoyable and put you in a good mood, there's no reason not to get them. I'm just saying, like, it shouldn't be your focus. Like, my car enters my realm of reality when I'm driving it. I'm not sitting around thinking about my car. I'm not, like, sitting up at night thinking about it. There's no maintenance involved. It just sits in the back of my office. It might as well be a piece of art. Someone said, how important is it to start with why and have a purpose? When you first get started, your focus in your business should be making cash flow. It shouldn't be having some deep why. And you should be having fun building a good business. Don't get me wrong, but you're not going to be able to do anything inspiring when you first start off, unless you get like a lot of money and get some funding and like, but you need to be generating cash flow when you first start off. And most people don't focus on cash flow. They like have like their eye in the crop. They're not focused on the basics. And the thing that you realize is, like, if you were doing anything else in life, like learning how to play golf, you wouldn't walk on the golf course wanting to hit whatever a low range is. Let's say, I don't think this is close, but like if a 12 hole, the good course record is 70 swings, you wouldn't walk on the course wanting to hit even close to that. You'd walk on the course just wanting to like get through it and hit the ball. And so a lot of people, they have all these, they don't look at entrepreneurship in a realistic way. They look at it like, I want to make money right now and I want to build this great, crazy business that inspires me. That's not going to happen when you first start off. You need to build a boring business that works, and the fundamentals are there. You have a product, it fits the market, and you can get customers there and sell it. Once you have that, then you can really start experimenting and getting like creative and doing like the cool stuff. But you need to enjoy doing the basics first, or you have to have the basics. Someone said skills to help you become a billionaire. I don't like answering those questions, guys, because that's such an unrealistic expectations. If your goal is to do something only 2,000 people out of 7 billion on the planet have actively done, that's not an expectation. That's not how you motivate. That's a stupid goal. And if your goal is to make $1 billion, you don't even have an idea of how you're going to get there. You don't even have a business model. You don't even have a vision on what you're going to do that's going to generate $1 billion net worth. You need to really backtrack, and like $1 billion is the outcome of having a great business and a great vision and a very clear destination where you want to go. If you say, I want to make $1 billion, that's like saying, okay, I want to bench press 500 pounds. There's no goals. There's no steps to that. There's no anything. You're just saying, I want to do this, and I'm just going to work randomly until I make $1 billion. That's not how billionaires think. They think in very systematic, metric-driven, down to the fine detail types of planning. So I don't know. I'm not a billionaire. So if you come into this and you want it, like there's so many entrepreneurs, and I'm not saying this out of like you're stupid or disdain. I'm saying it like it's so easy to get into this when you first get started, and you think the solution is overkill and setting out these big crazy goals and getting super motivated. No, the solution is creating a great business with a clear vision and a clear step-by-step plan to get there. That's what you need to do. And then really going out there and optimizing, refining, and showing up every single damn day. If you want to be a billionaire, show up every damn day. Don't set these big pie in the sky prizes. Start with the damn basics. And so that's how you become, that's the skill to become a billionaire. If I could say anything. Go research billionaires and look at how they think. Someone said, bro, just sign up with HCOM. What would make someone successful or not through your methods? I mean, it's so easy if you just go in the group. I mean, just check out the HCOM group. It's really obvious who fails and who does and who wins. 2 seconds. Let me pull up my Facebook. And I'm not giving anyone a link to this right now. I'm not selling HCOM. There's no specials on it today. I'm just like showing you, like, if you want to look at the people that are succeeding. Let's go to the chats. Like, if you look at the testimonials coming in, they're always coming in the pictures right here. Like, it's very clear. Literally opened my store Wednesday, followed the checklist. Just do what they say and it works. The reason why most people fail in HCOM or at anything is because they don't follow the course. If you just chill out, make sure you have time set apart to work. Like this person, $100 a day. This person right here, boom, just in here. Still trying to find the perfect product, but hitting my $100 a day goal. Like, I'm not showing you like the big crazy $26,000, $1 million results, but like just here's people consistently getting to $100 a day, just following the checklist and following the basic steps in the course. You know, like it's just the same thing. And I'm not, these are not like prepare. This is just, I'm just going through the course. Day 1 of scaling my first successful product. Follow the system. What happens in HCOM, and the reason why everybody fails is they try and reinvent the wheel and they do all this shenanigans. And in HCOM, there's literally a step-by-step checklist. Like, did you do this in your store? And then there's like, come to a live Q&A and have your store reviewed. It's like we're making a McDonald's cheeseburger. There's a step-by-step process, and then you get your cheeseburger approved by the chef, and then you start running ads. And so when you see all the people in here, you know, getting results, it's because they're following, you know, the checklist. And I'm not showing you the big crazy results, like just showing the people great first week, perfect side job while in college. You know? Like that's what you got to do. You have to just consistently follow the process. Holy cow, it's been less than 24 hours. I love the internet. Like, if you do that, people really, I'm not going to tell you, if you come in the HCOM, you're 100% going to get results. That's hosh posh. If I can say, look at all these results, that's the exact experience you're going to have. I'm telling you, the checklist is designed in a certain way to give you the best opportunity to get those type of results. And we see them a lot. Someone said the best SaaS company at the moment. I'd say Slack, by far. What are the top 3 mentors that influence you the most? I'd say, like, in person, probably Russell Brunson, Sam Ovens. And I'd really say those 2 right now. I also look a lot to Chris Winters, but that's more for, like, health and, like, optimization stuff. When it comes to people I look at and entrepreneurs, like, I research and stuff like that, I don't really look at, like, I'll give you guys a good list, because I got this question last live stream, and so I thought about all the people that, like, I try and make myself learn from. And so I'd probably go off of, like, in no particular order, Sam Ovens, John D. Rockefeller, Ryan Deiss, Jack Butterfield, who's the CEO of Slack, Peter Thiel, who's one of the founders of PayPal, and then Palantir, which is a data company, Russell Brunson, Ray Dalio, Charles Koch, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Zuckerberg, and Trump and Obama. Those are all people that I really look at their brains and how they work and try and kind of reverse engineer. And I feel if you can get a good combination of everything those guys are doing, you're going to be extremely successful. What programming languages do I do? I've thought about learning code, but if I was coding, I wouldn't have time to market or build a team that's market hero. So I need to have my head engineer focus on code, and I need to be focusing on my job. I believe Chris Winters owns an agency, though I don't. His agency does over $1 million a month. He's very successful, but I more so look at him in terms of health advice. He's 50 years old and has a six-pack and looks younger than most 20-year-olds. So that's what I'm trying to duplicate there. He's very successful in his own right. Someone says it's possible to make $1 million with Shopify all day long. Matt and the head coach at HCOM still busting out $20,000 to $30,000 a day. That's not net, of course, but it's doing substantial numbers. Someone said, how do you know that hire engineers and coders? What you want to do, you need to have your head engineer do the coding and engineering processes, but you then want to look for a cultural fit with your company, and you want to look for, you know, who they look up to, what type of ways do they operate, what are their principles as a person, and make sure that aligns with your company. Someone said, anyone know if Alex takes drugs? No, I do not. That would mess with my brain. Someone said top 3 mindset books. I just recommend Psycho-Cybernetics. I mean, there's a lot of books that I've read, but it's hard to kind of draw them off the top of my head. Someone said, why do we never see you and Rachel together in a live stream? I really don't want my relationship broadcasted over the internet. And I make a decision every single day to hop in front of a computer. And Rachel does not. And I make a decision to put myself out on the internet. And Rachel's a pretty attractive girl. And she probably doesn't want all of all this attention from the internet. So that's why you don't really see Rachel on Facebook or Instagram anymore. Yeah, Rachel has nothing to do with my business or your results. Someone said, how do you find a girl when on minimum wage? Look, I'm not saying you can't be happy on minimum wage, and I'm not saying because you're on minimum wage, you're a loser, but I'm going to bet if you have minimum wage, your character and principles are not very solid. And you probably don't know much about yourself. You probably don't have much self-control or discipline. You probably haven't developed yourself very much. And I'm not saying you need money to attract women, but most men who have money are also kicking ass in life to some extent. They have some level of control. And you're going to see plenty of very successful men who are big old babies. And because of that, they have really toxic, bad women in their lives. Okay? There's no connection between looks and a girl's character and quality. That being said, if you want to attract a really quality woman with great character and great qualities and great principles, you need to be a person of great qualities and principles. And if you're on minimum wage, you've probably made a lot of bad decisions. I've never worked, when I was in the Air Force, I worked for minimum wage, but a lot of my other needs like food and housing and stuff were covered. So it was never minimum wage. I've never worked for minimum wage in my life except when I was a 16-year-old. And I've never had any help. And so if you're making minimum wage right now, even if you're like above the age of 20, you need to really figure out why your skills are so low that you can't demand $10 to $15 an hour. That's really what you need to figure out. And you need to stop thinking about getting a girlfriend or attracting a great girl until you figure out yourself. Because a great person is going to be attracted to another great person. And that's just the end of the day. And I'm not saying I'm the world's greatest person, but Rachel has a lot of really positive qualities as a person. And I feel that in the past, before I met her, not like in the past, there's been points in my life where I didn't have great qualities and principles. And I probably wouldn't have been able to attract and keep Rachel in my life. And that's not the thing. I'm more so pointing at the fact that she's loyal and honest and a good person and doesn't have a lot of the qualities of most girls these days that are just trash. So if you want to meet a great girl, become a great person worthy of that, and great people will be attracted to you. I'm not saying you have to go and be Warren Buffett or something like that. I'm not saying you have to even has no correlation to my money. You need to be a man of principles. You need to be a man of character and discipline. And that's just it. Someone said, Alex, do you have a course on how to be an email marketer? Guys, today on this stream, I'm not going to repeat the entire thing. I'll repeat it then. If you go to mhlinks.com/son, there's literally a course on how to build a $5,000 per month email business. Again, I want to put that as that's to show you the potential. I will never tell you if you join any of my courses, you're guaranteed to make money or you're going to make money quickly. It takes work, but it shows you step by step how I built a $12,000 per day email business. It shows you in the VMA course how I built a YouTube following of over 400,000 or close to 400,000 people, and more so how to make $100 to $200 a day, I believe, with ease by retargeting people that watch your channel. Also, all my sales tactics, all my copywriting tactics, all my funnel building, how to create your first product, how to pick your first niche is all available through mhlinks.com/son. These are crazy specials that I do every Sunday. I have a new one every single week, so it's going to be different next week. You might not be able to get this same cocktail. And if you go through right now, it's 100% free for 14 days, and it's $47 per month. If you get into this and you're intimidated or this is not for you, you can cancel at any time. Don't pay anything. There is no refunds once that $47 a month is billed because you're using our software. So be sure to cancel before then. Just being very clear on that. But you can try everything for free for 14 days. There's a very easy cancel button inside the Market Hero dashboard. You can cancel at any time. And if you do cancel, you get to keep VMA and the black file as my free gift. If you're on the fence about becoming an entrepreneur, this is the most no-risk offer ever. And real quick, can you guys just do me a favor? Can you put an exclamation mark in chat if you've taken me up on this and you thought it was excellent, you think Market Hero is excellent, you think the courses and training are excellent, you would suggest that somebody jump in because it's pretty dang cool and it's really good stuff. Awesome, guys. Thank you for all those exclamation marks. I really appreciate you guys not only hopping in, but, letting people know. So, guys, you're looking at an offer right now that's free. You're getting $1,000 worth of bonuses. There is countless people in chat saying that it's a great offer. You should check it out. And if there's ever a time to swing in entrepreneurship or get started or learn something cool, I think I have really good results. And you have tons of testimonials flooding in right there. So take me up on it. It's free. And if you don't want it, just cancel. Or you can downgrade to $9 a month. There's absolutely no risk here, guys. Someone said I'm in Market Hero and HCOM. I love that. Thank you. Someone said, do I have a masterclass in developing a YouTube channel? I'm not really a YouTuber. I understand YouTube algorithm. I understand the YouTube algorithm and how to run ads to people that view you on YouTube. It's mega profitable. I think it's the easiest way to make $100 a day. Someone said, when will the Facebook group be available? Facebook actually knocked us off. They took our group down because people were posting all sorts of naked pictures in the group. Like they're spammers, and then Facebook's algorithm detected that, and they said, oh, this group is running. It's an adult group. What are they doing? And so we're trying to get it back. I'm not too worried about it because the Facebook group isn't really a big part of my business. It's mainly just people asking for free help, which isn't bad, but it's kind of a waste of time for our support people. So yeah, I don't know when the Facebook group will be back. I hope it'll be back soon, but we're probably going to create a customer-only Facebook group in Market Hero. Someone said, Alex, how much does your degree help you develop and come up with an idea? I don't have a degree. I've never gotten a degree, and I don't think college degrees are very useful. I think taking 4 years and spending $50,000 on anything that doesn't have a refund guarantee is ridiculous. Now, I've considered going to school to become an engineer, and that's different because you're learning an engineer. But if you're going to school for like 97% of degrees, I don't see the benefit. 4 years is way too long to learn how to do something. And I mean, you can learn how to do anything efficiently enough at a job to work for somebody in 6 months. Like I have people that started working at Market Hero and now do all sorts of advanced stuff way outside of like their support role. Like they manage emails, they understand sales and marketing. Like you don't need 6 months. You don't need 4 years to learn how to do something. At least you don't need 6 months to learn how to make $50,000 a year, which you usually don't when you get out of college. And they don't have a refund guarantee. That's what drives me bonkers. If college is so dang consistent, where's the refund guarantee? HCOM has a refund guarantee because if you come inside our program and don't get results, I really don't deserve the $3,000 the program costs, don't you think? If you go in and use our tactics and you don't get results, isn't that kind of our problem, not your problem? And if you are incapable of getting results, why should we take you in the program? Wouldn't that be kind of unethical to take people in the program you don't think can get results and then give them no way out? It is. But colleges do it every single day. They take people they know that aren't going to complete their degree. They have down to the % analytics that tell them the likelihood that someone's going to complete the degree, but they don't care. They'll bring people in college they know are going to fail out in a year. They'll just collect that $15,000-$20,000 from them. Okay, cool, we taught you some English. I bet that's a substantial amount of their profit. And so I think it's borderline criminal that they take people that they know probably aren't going to succeed and then don't give them a way out. And then most importantly, they should be required to take people they think are going to succeed. And then they should be judged on the success rate. When they put people in college, the college should be held accountable if their students are not able to pay back their debt. It should be their problem that their students can't pay back their debt, not the students' problem. If they want their students to succeed and make more money and pay back their debts, they should teach their students fucking better. So that's my college rant for the day. Simon says, how's the hyperbaric chamber? It's pretty cool, man. I'm getting a oxygen concentrator with it. But I did it yesterday, and that's some juicy stuff. I'll let you guys know in the results. Biggest mindset problem young people should tackle today to improve their quality of life is stop caring what people think about you. Just don't. It holds so many people back, thinking about what other people think. Thinking you are what other people think you are is the craziest thing ever. And so many young people, and it's so cancerous in today's age of social media. Because most young people, they look at Instagram and they define who they are by what they think other people think they are. Okay? And so they're trying to control what other people think they are. And so they're defining themselves by this thing, what other people think they are. And what other people think you are literally is not who you are. And so if you're focused on creating this image and trying to control what other people think about you, and this is why people are afraid of failure. It's why they're afraid to build a business. It's why people are constantly putting forth images of themselves on Instagram and YouTube that aren't who they are. And I've suffered from these things. This isn't me saying I've had life figured out my entire life. This is something I discovered fairly recently. And so when you're doing this stuff, you're just so focused on something that has nothing to do with you and your business. And it completely stunts you from growing as a person. And your whole entire focus is creating this thing that other people think that you are, but it's not what you are. And so it has nothing to do with you or your happiness. And so that's what most young people have a chronic issue with. So, do I have a physical office and staff? I like for my staff to be able to work remote. I don't see a benefit to having my staff drive down a highway and go through traffic. We do have an office in Argentina, but I'd say 80% of our staff works remote. Have I considered modeling? No, I think I'm a little bit too old for that now too. Someone said, am I happier doing less YouTube? God, yes. Instagram, chronic YouTube. Go look at some of... I'm not shitting on people. I understand why they're doing it. And if it's good for their business model and that makes them happy, great. But if you go look at most people making YouTube videos, the way they are behaving is not who they are. And the image they're putting forth is not who they are. And what they're trying to convince people to do and the things they're trying to talk about is not what they're interested in. It just isn't. I've done it. I've made the $100 a day, how to make money doing this, how to make money doing this video. I've done that shit. So this is coming from experience. And coming on video and acting like someone you are not, constantly swinging your arms around for attention to talk about things you're not interested in, I can't think of another form of hell. And you're so worried about who likes you and what people are saying about you and who's following you compared to someone else that you're not focused on your business. So you're just building this image of yourself and this person that you want other people to think you are that has nothing to do with you. I can't picture a better form of hell. Okay, I can't picture a better form of how not to be fulfilled. You watch some of these videos and the people are excited, they're dancing around, they're like, yeah, so I'm gonna show you how to do this, and they're like, they're dressed in a certain way, or they're doing a certain thing, and they're doing everything they can to not be themselves. It's bonkers. And I can't imagine doing that for 30 years of my life. And so at one point I was like, whoa, this is such a huge distraction. It has nothing to do with my customers. And this isn't even what I want to build or what I want my life to be about. So CM says HCOM is a more amazing site. Thanks for such an amazing course. We're going to make it better. I'm going to make HCOM the best course on the planet in this price range and this bracket, okay? Are you saying Pick a Suit Alex was fake news? No, I'm not saying that at all. But I liked the Pick a Suit stuff, and I liked having a sense of humor. But at some point, I would come and make videos just to make videos, and it's like, oh crap, I have to make another video so that so-and-so doesn't have more followers than me, and I gotta go make this damn quote picture on Instagram so that people think I'm relevant and are like, oh, Becker's successful. Well, none of that matters. None of that matters. If I can go out there, I make substantially more money than I did then because I'm just focused on I'm focused on one thing. I'm focused on one thing, just my customers' results at HCOM and Market Hero. And then getting people to those products. And those products work really well together so they grow each other. And because of that, because I'm not focused, here's the crazy thing, and I'm not hating on other entrepreneurs doing this on YouTube. And they might be able to pull this off. I'm saying I was not capable of focusing on my following, making these videos every single day, doing all these things, and having the world's greatest product. And focusing on my customers. And focusing on my team. It's just your mental output just isn't there. And when you're focusing on these things, I didn't want my legacy to be the YouTube make money guy or the guy who teaches people how to make money. Don't get me wrong. I want my legacy at HCOM to be, you know, the best e-commerce education platform on the planet. And Market Hero, I want to have the best tracking and analytics, and I'm going to do something really cool with it later on. But I want to have that. That's what I want to do. And so you have to ask yourself, what do you want to do and what do you not want to do? And so when I see a lot of people going out there and not really being themselves and like doing anything they can to be the expert in everything and look like this big great thing, it's just exhausting and it has nothing to do with your product. And if your product is you, by all means. But I don't want to be doing this when I'm 45. I don't want to be doing that shit when I'm 50 years old. So I want to be doing crazy stuff. So I'm going to start working on the crazy stuff that I think is cool. And because of that, Market Hero is fucking badass. And the stuff we just put up, True Tracking just went live. It is revolutionary. It's never been done before in technology. Never. HCOM gets better results than any e-commerce program out there. And isn't that the thing that matters? Does it matter how many followers I have? Does it matter how funny I am in camera? Does it matter how many people come to see me speak on stage? Or does it matter how many people come in my program and are able to go and get results from our coaches? And I'm not the world's greatest expert. Is it better that people perceive me as the world's smartest make money guy? Or is it better that I have the best coaches and the best people and the best community all in one place that deliver results to my fucking customers? And so when I see people uploading YouTube videos and working on their Instagram profile, when there isn't a conga line of results pouring in, all these little blue screens right here, people getting dramatic results right here. Here's a person is now a millionaire because they took HCOM. Until you have that laundry list of results pouring in, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. So that's my thoughts on it. It's all about results. And then marketing those results. So I don't think, and I think a lot of people get big on social media, and I think a lot of entrepreneurs are doing the whole social media thing because they're insecure and they want other people to think they're successful. And they love that. They want to be a celebrity. And that's fine, but you need to focus on being a celebrity. So that's it. Someone said, I'm in the military. How'd you first get started in business? Slowly. You know, I worked at the fire department in the military. I was on the base fire department. And basically when I got done with my shifts, I'd work on my SEO business. And I'd learn and I'd work and I'd learn and I'd work and I'd learn and I'd work. And then once I learned enough and I was really fed up, I came to my re-enlistment date and I said, no, I'm not doing this. The military is great. You might even want to consider staying in if it makes you happy. I'm not saying that. The place I worked at made me very unhappy. Because of the people that I worked for. And I said, no, I'm not doing this anymore. And I don't care. And so I saved up money and I left the military and I worked on my business. Someone said, hey, Becker, big fan. What kind of profit margins are most dropshippers looking at? It depends. I see in our group usually around 30 to some people get 60%. That's kind of like the range that's going in through there. A lot of people, when they first get started, the profit margins aren't that great. But again, like for example, when Rachel was building her Shopify stores, some days she'd spend like $300 and make $300 back. Other days she'd spend like $100 and do like $480 back. So it's kind of variable all over the place. The most important thing is you understand how to keep growing it. Because once you're at like $200 a day gross, it's not that different from $1,000 a day gross. Not dramatically, at least. If you have everything, if you have the core concepts and the base concept for scale ready, it's not too different. So the more important thing is that you see the margins and then you just grow the margins when you're running the ads. Greg said 30% is not reasonable. Prove it, man. You can go check out the results in HCOM. You can just go do it. You can go talk to the people in the group. Ask them. Go ask them. And if you're skeptical, dude, don't buy my courses. Don't buy HCOM. It's such an easy solution. If you are skeptical, the last thing you should do is be buying shit from the person you're skeptical from. You don't have to believe me. It's okay. We have enough results and enough students that your belief is not necessary, my friend. And I'm not even selling it to you right now. Don't buy it. Someone said, what do you think about AI and what Elon Musk talks about AI coming? there's two things you gotta understand how AI works, and it's not a thinking entity. Like like what people think Elon Musk is talking about is like Terminator, where you're gonna have this thing that's smarter than humans and it figures it out. That's not how it works. How AI works is you got, for example, let's imagine you're looking at this computer screen and we want to identify cats. So you take every pixel on the computer screen as a data point, and then you have an answer over here. You have cat and dog, and you have kind of a bot down here, for lack of better words. This is a summary of how it works. You have a bot down here that when it gets the answer, it says if it's right or wrong. And so then you have this black box. This is how deep learning works, that has all the variables. Tons and tons of variables to connect through it. Okay? This is, again, a very gross summary. If you want to learn how deep learning works, go watch a few videos on YouTube. I'm not going to explain it the best way because I don't have an engineering background, and I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it very simple justice right here. And so when an input comes in, let's say there's a picture of a cat or a dog, it's going to go and look at all the inputs right here, which is every pixel of the computer. And it's going to go through, and it's going to try zillions of different variables. It's going to create zillions and millions of different combinations of the variables right here. And every single time a variable comes out, this bot right here is going to say, this is incorrect or this is correct. And when it's correct, it sends it back. And it rebuilds it again. It's just survival of the fittest. And so basically what all machine learning is right now, or all deep learning is, at least the stuff you're seeing, is basically a system creating millions and millions of bots that compete at each other, and every single time a bot, like let's say it creates one bot or one algorithm that is 97% accurate at spotting cats or dogs by looking at this data right here. So what it's going to do is it's going to take that 97% accurate bot and make a million more copies of it, okay? And then send a million more pictures of cats and dogs through. And so it's really just an algorithm that bounces itself back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until it creates an algorithm or a line of code that is amazing at recognizing cats and dogs. This right here can't think. It can't do anything else except recognize cats and dogs. If you invert the picture of the cat and dog, it doesn't work. It's incapable. It's not a thought process. And it's like when people say AI is going to take over, not this type of AI. It's not. It's like saying 2 + 2 is going to take over the world. It's simply a math problem that optimizes itself to recognize a set of inputs and then come out with the outcome and get as accurate to the correct answer as possible. So that's what deep learning is, and that's what's going on right there. So that's how AI is teaching itself right now. That thing right there is not capable of going and learning something. So the two ways that Elon Musk is talking about it could ruin the world is, first off, that robot right there that's recognizing cats and dogs is incapable of going and saying, I'm going to connect to the internet and try and clean email spam up. It's not. It's incapable of saying, I'm going to go find the nuclear codes to fix this problem by nuking humans. Like, the problem if there not being enough cats and dogs in these pictures is there's too many humans. That's not how it's going to work. So, I think we're a long way off from the type of robots or AI that's going to take over the world. The only situation where it could become really bad is if the AI is connected to something that can cause damage. I don't know, like, for example, if you had it connected to, like, military systems or something like that, or, like, threat analysis, or, like, it's really hard to picture deep learning going and creating a bot that's going to go crazy on its own and, like, go and try and solve different problems than what it was assigned to do. That's just not going to happen. That's not how deep learning works. And what you need to understand is that the deep learning that is being used on most AI right now has been around for 50 plus years. They just really made a big breakthrough in it recently that's allowing them to do stuff like show you your most likely to buy Amazon product, to predict marketing trends, to go and pick stocks and look at the stock market and analyze the numbers and see trends in that. It's really good at predicting trends. It's not capable of thought. It's not capable of going and doing something on its own. That's not how it works. And it doesn't have a sense of what it wants to do and what it doesn't want to do. It's just an algorithm recognizing patterns. That's all it is. And it's going to take another really huge breakthrough and a completely other different type of machine learning to get to the point where we have a bot that thinks on its own. Or get to the point where we have a bot that breaks out of the things it's supposed to do something. So that's what I think you should think about AI. And that's gross. That's a gross paraphrasing and summarization of how it works. But if you don't take away anything from that, and you don't want to watch any videos, it'd be like 2 + 2 = 4 taking over the world. It doesn't make any sense. It's just a math problem, and it finds the most optimized math problem to get to the answers that are provided at the end of the problem. Someone said, why is Elon Musk so much more nervous than you? Because it's not like because once there is a breakthrough, the problem with AI is, if you look at like what they did with AlphaGo. AlphaGo is a game in China that has more possible moves in it than the universe has atoms. And so it's basically unlimited moves. It's unlimited possibilities. And what the AI was able to do is beat the world's best AlphaGo player. So if you set an AI to a task to compete with the human, it will destroy the human at that task. If it's a repeatable process where the rules are the same every single time, the AI absolutely dominates that. And the scariest thing about the AI is the way the AI trained itself was it wasn't by humans teaching it. It had a bunch of inputs and it had outcomes. Okay? It had outcomes, positive moves and negative moves. And so what it did is it played itself millions and millions of times. In the span of a week, it was able to gain more experience than a human would playing AlphaGo, let's say, for 1,000,000 years. And so that's the hard part about AI, is because once you actually get the algorithm dialed in, and you create a system and a training black box, for lack of better words, it evolves so much faster and it learns so much faster that a human can't comprehend what's going on in this black box. And so the problem with AI and why Elon Musk is scared of it is because it's not so much that it's going to go and like become sentient. It's the fact that once it starts learning, you don't understand how it's learning, and it scales so much faster that it's completely incomprehensible than a human. So an AI right here, if you had it connected to something, there's just an opportunity for it to break out and just go and find something that's really... It can just run away. It becomes completely out of control. What's going on in the black box of the AI is completely outside a human's control or understanding. And so that's the problem, because it's not because it's so advanced and it's sentient, it's on a level. It's because there's literally billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of little neural networks going on inside here that you can't calculate, and you can't watch, and you can't understand, and you couldn't even try and solve if you had billions of hours. And so that's the problem with it. And so if you have something like, for example, self-driving cars, and it's connected to the internet, and it's connected to, let's say, here's an example. So, for example, with cars, they have to make if-then situations when it comes, like, say there's an old woman standing on the road, and then there's a kid. Who is the car going to hit if it has no other options? That's a circumstance when it comes to self-driving cars. And one thing that could go and become extremely mistaken is the car could say that, the number one way not to hit old ladies is to just hit every single kid on the road. Now, this is a really gross simplification of it, but what the car could do is go, okay, so I'm just going to go around, and the number one way to avoid one of the bots that's in this black box that gets pumped out could just be a bot that runs and chases down little kids. It's like, we don't want to hit old ladies, so it just goes around GTAing every single little kid it sees. Now, that's because the bots are completely random. So there's going to be a version of every single bot. There's going to be this really smart bot, but there's going to be the really dumb bot. And the really dumb bot, if it's connected to too many things or comes to the wrong conclusion, could do something really stupid. And then if the algorithm over here isn't set up correctly, where the correct answer isn't teaching the bot as quickly enough, it could come to some really weird conclusions. And then you can't stop those conclusions. It moves too fast. So that's the problem with AI. That's the problem, but we're really far out from that. And someone said AI learns at a faster speed than human. It doesn't learn. It optimizes. And it reaches solutions faster. So it doesn't learn. So that's the AI talk for today. And so I don't think we're anywhere close to that. Yeah, it's just basically natural selection. Yeah, that's all it really is. The black box of AI, you have your inputs, you have your output, and then millions of years of natural selection can happen in minutes in the little black box. And so that's all it does. It's a predictive analyzation machine. And that's why it's really, really good at like stock prediction or accounting or even surgery, because it can go and see the patterns and recognize the patterns it should follow. But it's really bad at things It's really bad at those choices and those creative decisions and intuitiveness. It doesn't have any intuitiveness, and it can't see something it's never seen before and figure out what to do with it. So it has a lot of problems there too. I'll answer a few more questions and I'm going to hop off. Someone said for the course I'm offering today, guys, what I'm offering today, the 8X Academy, VMA, Blackfile, you can do it all for free. It does show you how to do tons of Facebook ads. It shows you how to go and build a YouTube channel. It shows you how to run ads to that YouTube channel. But everything in this course is built around reaching $5,000 a month or $100 per day using 100% free methods. Now, I don't guarantee you're going to do that, but all the steps you need to do there, all the course concepts you need are there. You have the traffic tools. You have the tools you need to execute on. Everything is there is free for 14 days, and it's $47 a month. You can downgrade to $9 a month, and you can cancel at any time without paying. Someone said, which of your courses do you recommend on to create a supplement company? I would master drop shipping first. You really need to understand, like, because here's the thing when you're starting a supplement company. There is money on the line. You are putting money down, and if you don't understand how to get customers in and how to market it, you're going to lose money. So I would master drop shipping first, and I would pick up HCOM 3030, and I would be able to get to at least $1,000 a day in drop shipping before I even thought of starting a supplement company. Because a supplement company working really doesn't have that much to do with the product until you start getting results for people. You've got to get people buying it first. And there's a lot of money that needs to be put up front to even start testing your product for people. Francisco, you said this guy fucked you over with SourceWave University. Just reading your chat, dude. I haven't operated that in a while, but if you got billed again, Francisco, just go to, because this has been a reoccurring problem I've seen. There's still some people that are on it. If you go to sourcewave.com, because the site kept getting hacked. Might still be hacked again. Yeah, because people kept trying to inject stuff in there. Hey, Francisco, if you can't... Oh, is it going? Is it going to work? Yeah, okay. So, Francisco, or anybody that doesn't want to access the course anymore, just go to our customer support right here, Francisco, and just ask for the refund. We'll gladly give it to you. It's no big deal. It's no big deal, dude. So just go there. Don't get all dramatic. Just go talk to our customer support. No problem giving you a refund on that, okay? So, don't worry about that. We got you covered. Someone said, I hope these sites accept crypto. I don't know any entrepreneurs who want to accept a currency that isn't stable. Or Francisco, honestly, it's right here. If you go in the lower right-hand corner, we have support people standing by right here, 24/7. Just go right here. We got 5 people standing by right now. Just say, hey, just say Becker approved the SourceWave University refund. I actually have everybody on auto approve of those refunds there if you don't want to use the course or anything or pay for it anymore. Just right there. Don't freak out. I understand that could be a bit screwy. People kept hacking SourceWave, and so like it was so hard to give support to people or like cancel memberships because people kept hacking the damn site. Thank you, Landon. I appreciate you saying HCOM is fire. Someone said if I've already purchased Market Hero, can I get this free? Just sign up for free again. Honestly. What do you think about crypto future? I don't know. I think there's definitely a future there, but it's very, you don't know who's going to win. You don't really know where it's going. You just know crypto is going to be a winner. And I don't like playing, there's some crypto experts who are going to disagree with me, and that's fine because they know more about it. But through my experience when it comes to crypto, it's very uncertain which crypto and what type of form it's going to take. To me, it's very clear the direction that 3D printing, nanotechnology, and AI is going to take. And so I'd rather focus on those fields than play Russian roulette with crypto. Thoughts on network marketing? It's really, I don't know that much about network marketing, but I never see good things said about it. Because here's how most network marketing companies have to operate, all right? And someone at the bottom has to lose. So let's imagine you're selling like a berry product, okay? So here's the guy at the top, and in order for him to succeed, he has to get you to buy his inventory of his berry product, okay? So he has to get you, and in order for you to make money, you have to get someone to buy the inventory of your berry product before it expires. And then you have to get other people to buy your inventory. And then eventually it has to get to somebody who can't sell the inventory for there to be money. Because if it like, it has to stop somewhere. Like, it's just it's a constant line of people handing money to each other. And then eventually, like, the product's going to expire, or eventually it's going to hit someone that can't offload the product. So it doesn't have a good situation, and that's my understanding of it. And I've watched some documentaries on it, and it's just nasty stuff. The business you're starting should rely on you making a great product and getting people to buy your product, not convincing other people to sell your product. That's weird to me. So that's my thoughts on network marketing. Someone said, how do you apply the Market Hero? You can't, man. We have so many applications, and our hiring process is so strict that we'll find you. We'll find you if we want you to work at Market Hero. It's not, you don't find us. Do I think that 50 to 80% of people who try at business lose? Yeah, I think higher than that. I don't think it has anything to do with business. It's a combination of all the things I talk about on my channel. I think, yeah, 50 to 80% of people who try at business fail. They don't have the right mentorship. They don't have the right processes. They don't have the right mindset. They don't have the right work habits. They just don't. I think anybody can succeed at entrepreneurship, but you have to have your shit straight. And most people don't. Hey, Alex, can you explain how to start your own clothing brand? Man, I've never started a clothing brand successfully. So, I mean, I got like the Hero hoodies and stuff, which we're going to be opening it up probably in like 6 months, where you can actually go to our site and you can get Hero hoodies, which they're really comfy. I wear them every single day. But I don't know how to start a successful clothing brand. I'm not an expert in everything. That's what drives me nuts. I see so many entrepreneurship channels, and they're an expert in everything. Like, that's very impressive. You must know a lot. You must be the smartest person. I don't see how. I'm good at a few things. I'm really bad at a lot of things. Someone said, how much did you pay for my Lamborghini? And when I purchased it, it was $400,000. It's a 2018 Aventador S. Do I get called Pecker often? No, in high school I did a lot, though. I've never really minded it, though. It's just like you called me Wiener. Okay. Someone said I'm waiting for my Hero Nation t-shirt. I actually want to get like the black ones out there, and I want to start sending out the hoodies. I like the hoodies way more. Are you going to watch the Marvel movie Endgame? Yeah, probably. I like the last one a lot. Someone said, how do I access the VMA program? It gets sent to your email as soon as you buy Market Hero. Eamon Shield says, I want to partner with an anxiety coach to pair with my CBD offer. Just do it yourself, dude. Just do it yourself. Just get good enough to sell it on your own. And once you have money coming in, everyone's going to want to partner with you. So just do it yourself. Someone said, I appreciate your honesty. You're the most open YouTuber about making money on YouTube. I don't think that other people aren't open. I just think that, I don't know. I just don't think they're thinking that. I don't think they're thinking it all the way through. And I've done the same exact thing. And so like looking back, I'm like, I wasn't thinking everything all the way through. Because like when you first get started, you think it all comes down to like tactics and who's the most famous. It doesn't. It comes down to who gets the best results for their customers. And I mean, you can go and like look at YouTubers. I know, like, for example, Sam Ovens is a really good example. Guy has like no subscribers on YouTube, no Instagram followers, and his numbers are 10 times better than any make money online YouTuber you know of. So That's like the thing, and that's one thing I realize, like, because when I tend to see Sam's mastermind and stuff like that, I'm like, the stupid Kim Kardashian entrepreneur thing is really dumb. Because if you're the best at being famous, you're not the best at making the best product. You're just not. Because the guy who's focused on making the best product is going to be the best at making the most product. You can't be the best at getting followers and being famous and the best at making a product. You just can't. That's not how it works. Someone said I always talk about. That's because, I mean, there are. I'm not saying there aren't other entrepreneurs on YouTube aren't good. They're really smart. A lot of them are really smart. They're really smart guys. I think Sam's grounding in actual business tactics and growing a business are far superior than any of them, though. When it comes to running and managing a business and knowing what gets results and it's far, far, far superior. Someone said even though Sam Ovens only makes money through teaching, though, that's silly. Sam Ovens makes money through his education program. He doesn't. I mean, yeah, there's the videos and stuff in there, but the reason why that program works is not making money through teaching. It's a very tightly run, optimized business, and if you apply the concepts from that business to any business, you're going to have a great, very successful time. Let's see. Do you think the economy crash will matter if the service an entrepreneur gives is good enough? Not if your business is vulnerable to an economic crash. You know, it depends where you're related to. Definitely, I mean, it depends what niche you're in, you know? Last comment I'll talk about Sam Ovens. Someone says Sam Ovens simplifies strategy. No, he doesn't. He has the most complicated. His strategies are so simple that they're complicated. Like just the whole entire solution. The reason why like my stuff does phenomenal right now, and his stuff does phenomenal, is because here's the process of getting a customer. All right, here's your ads, and here's all the things that go on between the ad and the product. And along the way, every other entrepreneur online starts doing all these other things. They start building an Instagram, they start writing a book, they start going and speaking, they start trying to be famous, they start trying to do all these things. And so their attention is just all over the place. Where what Sam does is he just keeps focusing on this one thing right here, and this is what he did, and he just keeps increasing it by 1% or 2% at a time for 5 years straight. And when you do that, you have a system that's 200% better than anybody else is out there. And when you're 200% better and all these people are split all over the place, no one can compete. So it's not that he oversimplifies it. It's that simple is the best way to go. Because if you just focus on one thing and do it over and over again, you're going to dominate everybody else in it who's not doing that. I mean, look at all the other guru entrepreneurs. Their businesses are so complicated. There's so many different things going on. Like I saw this one guy who's like really big on YouTube, and he's like has like 6 different products. And I'm not gonna get into the niches because you might guess who it is, but it's like this niche and this niche and this niche and this niche and this niche. And it's like, I know for a fact that your funnel for each of these 6 products is not as optimized as my one funnel. And that's why my one funnel does more money to get in 1 month than all your funnels combined. You don't go and get success by going 6 ways wide. You get success by going 6 levels deep. So you want to keep it simple, because once things aren't simple, you can't scale them. You can't scale complicated, messy stuff. You can't. Someone said, can you tell us a story of how you started your own software company? Do you think anyone can do it? Yeah, I started a lot of softwares at my first business, SourceWave, after having a substantial amount of income coming in from SEO services, SEO education, and SEO consulting. And do you think anyone could start a software company? Yes. I think you will absolutely lose your butt if you try and start a software company without having the basics in place. I even had the basics in place and I lost my butt. There's been plenty of times where I've lost my butt in software. It is a very long-term play. You need to master cash flow first. You must master cash flow. And if you can't get customers to your cash flow businesses, you're really going to struggle when you start competing in SaaS, because SaaS is very competitive and it's very easily clonable. And if you aren't able to cut out an edge in your marketing, it's going to be very, very hard to make your SaaS company work. Because you're going to lose a lot of money building it, and you're not going to have a lot of success selling it. Matthew, you asked, once I get Market Hero, how much do I need for ad spend? I've answered this question 3 times. You need 0. The whole entire course shows you how to get to 5,000 a month using 100% free traffic. There are ad lessons in there. There's a lot of them. There's really good Facebook and YouTube advertising tactics in there. But you don't need to spend any money to get results. Someone said, what is the main reason you need to focus on your product? It's really easy. People can talk to each other. And people aren't going to keep buying from you. All right, let's say right here. Let's say I have the world's greatest ad campaign ever. And I go to a product that's $1,000. Okay? And so I'm able to make this $1,000 sale by spending $200. Okay, great. But let's say my product sucks. This $1,000 customer's going to refund at a crazy level. And on top of that, they're not going to buy anything else. Where if I ran an ad, spent $200 to get the customer, it's a $1,000 product, they absolutely love it, and then they buy a $6,000 product. And then they buy a $25,000 a year product. Just by having a good product, I've 10x my business. And that's the most basic way to explain it. What most people do is they go and run an ad. They get a $1,000 sale for $200. They burn the customer. And then they have to go and get another customer. And they have to go and get another customer. And then this right here starts creeping up because they run out of customers. So then they have to spend $300. They have to spend $500. They have to spend $1,000 to get a $1,000 sale, and then they just burn out. So if you got 500 customers and you got those 500 people to buy anything you release ever, they just absolutely love your product, you're going to be super successful. That's it. I mean, you only need like 500 people buying, like, if 500 people, let's say you launch 5 $200 products a year. Okay? So 500 times 200, I believe, is 100,000. That's right? Yeah, yeah. So that's going to be 100,000 bucks. Okay? If you just got those, if you released 5 $200 products a year to those 500 people and all of them bought it, you'd make 500,000 a year. Isn't that simple? Where is if your product sucks and people don't ever buy anything else from you, you're not going to be able to do that. It's going to be very hard to get 500 people to buy every one of your products. That's why you need to focus on product. Someone said, how do you create a great product? I'm stuck. All right, so I'm not poking fun at you. But most people ask that question. They're asking, how can I get people to pay me for doing as little as possible? I know that's not what you're asking, but a lot of people, they want to put out whatever product they can do to get the sale. And if you really focused on doing anything it takes to get a customer results and learning, say you have an education product, and if you just focused on being the most knowledgeable, most skilled person in your industry and putting together the best product that teaches and trains and makes it more step-by-step than anybody else out there, your solution is there. The problem you're asking, and your problem with this product, is it takes time and effort, and it takes a little bit of time not making any money. You have to put in a lot of research. You have to put in time to be the best. And so you're going, oh man, you know how to make a great product. You show up for 12 hours a day and do anything and whatever it takes to make the best product possible. Anybody can do that. Not many people want to. And so that's why you're having trouble making a great product at the base of base level. There's things you can do, but the base of base levels, it's that you don't want to show up 12 hours a day and make a great product. You want to put together a product in 3 hours and have people buy hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of it. And if you put only 3 hours of effort into your product and maybe like a week of research, anybody can make that product. So you have just basically a crummy turd. So don't make turds. What do I think about luck? I don't think too much about it. I mean, yeah, of course luck is involved, but if you have a really good understanding of your industry and the numbers, and you're going to increase, like, you're going to do pretty well. Someone said, what is there something that you think programmers lack when it comes to starting a business? Product market fit. Like, programmers usually chase making cool code and cool stuff. They don't really ever think about the marketing behind it and the fit to the customers. So that's usually where most programmers suffer. Do you go crazy about discipline? I try to. It's hard to be disciplined. It's hard. It's not fun. Someone said, Alex, what period of your life was most difficult and why? I don't know. Honestly, no, I do know, but I don't really want to answer like personal, emotional questions about myself. So, I don't know. Sam Dante says, I don't believe in myself. What can I do? The bigger question right here is, why do you care if you fail? Because if you don't believe in yourself, it's because you think you will fail. And you must ask yourself, why do you care if you're going to fail? Are you going to die? No. Are you going to be able to make more money for the rest of your life? Yes. Do you have plenty of time to make that money? Yes. The reason you don't believe in yourself is you care what other people think of you. And that there might be an exception, but 99% of the times it comes down to that. Like, if you fail, what changes? Like, you're going to learn a lot, and it's not too hard to obtain skills to make $10 an hour. And I mean, I lived on $1,500 a month in a college town when I got out of the military. No problem. No problem. So the real question is, you're just really afraid of change and the potential for change not to go your way, and then other people thinking you're a failure. So what you could do is, if you don't believe in yourself, that's fine. Just protect yourself from the downside. If you think you're going to fail, go get a $200 a month room somewhere. They're available. And disconnect from all your friends and family so no one knows that you're a failure. And then just go there. Just cover all the downside. It's okay if you fail. If you don't believe in yourself, you think you're going to fuck up, just cover the downside. That's the most logical thing. I can give you all sorts of Tony Robbins rah kind of stuff out there, and like, envision yourself doing great things. If you don't believe in yourself, just cover the downside. If I was going to go and bet on Vegas, and I was going to put $1 million on red, and I only had $1 million, and I knew I had a 90% chance to lose, the best way to make sure that I win either way is just making sure I don't need that $1 million after I lose. That's it. Someone said, what do you think about SEO marketing gurus like Neil Patel and Brian Dean? Don't you think it'd be a crazy, really crazy misuse of my time to sit around thinking about SEO marketing gurus when I don't have any connection to SEO whatsoever anymore? Wouldn't it be so goofy for me to sit around and just compare and think about Neil Patel? Here's what I think about. Customer results. People coming in HCOM and Market Hero saying, hey, I made $1,000 my first week. I don't know why people are posting shirtless pics. Saying, hey, I came in the program. Holy cow, it's been less than 24 hours. That's what I think about. And that's how I make money. And I don't make money thinking about Neil Patel. No. This week so far, like, people just coming in and getting results. That's what you want to go for. You know? So, someone said, how would you get started? All right, so look, if I were to get started, what I would look for is I would find a program that's free or cheap, very low risk to get into, comes from a person that knows what they're doing, has incredible value, provides me everything I need, and has lots of testimonials. So, look. I know that sounds kind of cheesy. Just go to mhlinks.com/sun. I'm offering, literally, I'll go through everything that we're offering, and you can pick up for free. You get, let me go into my Market Hero account. Am I logged in? No. Let me log in real quick. So, what you're going to get when you come inside, first you get full access to Market Hero, lets you do all the marketing we're going to be talking about. Then you get the 8X Academy. It shows you exactly how to build a $5,000 per month business without any risk. You don't have to make any investments. You can use free traffic. You can start slow. You just build funnels that I tell you to build. You build the products that I tell you how to build. And then you send people down those funnels. It's very easy. And then what you do, once you do that, you continue to the next training that shows you how to pick bigger niches, how to go out there and make sales funnels, how to go and make training videos, how to do all the stuff that I do, how to go make the next funnels you need to keep growing the business, how to get people to actually buy stuff, how to get people to go to your site using organic free traffic, and then even how to take it to ads. And what I also show you how to do is how to go and create and get tons of free traffic from YouTube. It shows you step by step how to go and make a YouTube channel, run advertising to it super cheaply, and make a huge ROI. Do it every single day. Okay, it shows you exactly how to make the videos, how the algorithm works, the best niche to pick, everything that goes on there. You also get Market Hero for free. You get the, what's the name of it? Enter opt-in for free, which goes and generates the leads for you for free. And you're also going to get the black file, which shows you all my advanced selling strategies. So that's all there. And what you should also look for is testimonials. So guys, if you're in chat right now and you've picked up this offer and you think it's incredible value, you would suggest it to anybody, you think it's a great place to get started as an entrepreneur, and again, you can confirm there's no risk, you can cancel if you want. Can you just put an exclamation mark in there for me so that people that know they're watching this know it's a good place to take a swing at? I just agree, say it. You don't got to, but I appreciate when you guys go and just let people know, like, hey, you know, this is good shit. Because people should be worrying if it's a scam. They should be worrying, am I going to take someone's credit card? I'm on here talking about money. You should be very skeptical. So there's a bunch of people who have taken it, and that's what you got. You got something that's low risk to start, low risk to do, has everything you need to get to $5,000 a month. Okay, I don't guarantee those results, but has everything you need to get there, and has tons of testimonials from live people just saying that right now. And if you don't like it and you're not cut out to be an entrepreneur, that's fine. Just cancel it or downgrade to $9 a month. Someone said link again, please. It's mhlinks.com/sun, and the link is also right below this video, guys. If you go look right below the video, above the comment section, it should be right here. It's going to be right here in the comment section. And if you do over $20,000 a month, you should check out my mastermind. We actually are having the next live mastermind April 12th to 13th, and I don't want to use the word routinely, but people that bring their 20,000 plus a month businesses usually see at least a 2 to 5x of their business. Because the stuff I do works, it's pretty cool. So you should check that out too if you do over $20,000 a month. I'm going to hit up a few more questions for you guys. The link is again mhlinks.com/sun. 100% free to try, and that's it. Someone said, please let me do your graphics. Man, I appreciate it, but having great graphics isn't going to convince people to buy. Usually ugly does a lot better. Actually, always ugly almost does a lot better. Someone said, think you'll get into asteroid mining in 2025. I mean, that sounds interesting, dude, but I mean, that's so far outside my expertise. Someone said, how do you deal with negative coworkers you see every single day? Well, if you think they're stupid and you think their opinions are stupid, why are you getting upset by their opinions? If a donkey screamed at you, a donkey goes by and goes, "Argh!" Are you going to get offended by what the donkey said? No, because it's a fucking donkey. So, if your coworkers are donkeys, why are you getting mad by the opinion of a donkey? Don't take offense to it. It's a donkey. What book am I reading? Right now, I'm reading Anti-Fragile. Someone said, what type of water do I use? I use a reverse osmosis filter in my house. Someone said, I sounded like Hitler. I think Hitler had a lot more extreme stances on people he didn't like than thinking of them as like an annoying donkey. So Brahamin Swankerstein says, how much is Market Hero? It's on the site. It's 47 bucks a month after the free trial. You can downgrade to $9. Is the Gyarados better than the Venador? No, not by any means. It's a little bit more fun to drive because it's just an animal and it's put together pretty poorly, but no, I wouldn't say it's better. Someone said, I thought I signed up for HCOM. I signed up for Market Hero. Can I switch? No, this is a free trial of Market Hero, not HCOM. HCOM is a $3,000 program. You cannot trade your free trial for a $3,000 program. Someone said, Alex Becker, did you take the jump cut course for virality? No, because I don't think I really need it. I understand how to get clicks and stuff like that, and I understand how to play with the algorithm. But I think it'd be a great course if you're getting started and you want to go out there. But I think it's pretty simple to get views on YouTube. Someone said, you said in your previous video, do you watch documentaries? Yeah, I do. I watch historical ones, business ones. I also watch ones on people who just excel at life. You know, you want to figure out how people get good at stuff. Someone said, when should you cut people out of your life? When you, when they don't have a gain on your life or they're distracting you. A lot of the questions you ask, I appreciate the questions you being here, but the obvious answer to a lot of them is obvious. So, I'd do that. Someone said advice on stock market trading. You definitely want to get in the golds and bonds and vis-a-vis and PSIs. Get into that. You guys, I don't know anything about stock market. You guys are people are so interested in the stock market. Ask a person who's an expert in the stock market. Thank you for your time. Someone said, what do I do if I feel lost in life? I just graduated university. You should read books and listen to people. We talk about how to find what you want to do in life. If you have a problem, find people who actively have solved that problem and then ask them. And so if you're lost in life, go figure out what you want to do. That's it, dude. Take action. You'll probably bump into something you like. Can you make $2K a month by putting 3 hours a day in the Market Hero, working 8 to 4? Yeah, you totally can. But they need to be a good 3 hours. If you have like a distracted, sleepy mess of a 3 hours, it's not going to work. Someone said, on average, how many clicks on average should it take before you get a sale on Google Shopping? So, if you were running a hot dog stand and I sent 10,000 people to your hot dog stand who would die if they ate hot dogs, how many hot dogs would you sell? 0. If I sent one person to your stand then, who is the world's biggest hot dog eater ever, he's like, that's all he does, he's practicing for the world championship of hot dogs, how many hot dogs would you sell? A lot. The amount of people and clicks that come to your store has nothing to do with how many conversions you will get, how many sales you will get. It has to do with the traffic. That's a big problem a lot of people get into when they first get started in business. I had it all the time. I would use this site, I forgot, I think it was StumbleUpon. And so I was running this blog, or this SEO blog. I'm like, oh man, I'll just send 1,000 people who are using StumbleUpon to my site. No one converted. So don't get confused with clicks and views and actual money coming in. Michael Jami says, I can't get this offer because I put in an email that I've used before for you. Michael, I love you, dude. Use a different email. Just use a different email. There you go. That's it, man. Do I know about real estate? Nope, I don't. Jordan or LeBron? Definitely Jordan. Definitely Jordan. Did I program the code for my software or do I outsource it? I don't outsource it. I have a team. I have a head of engineering, and him and his team made Market Hero. I have outsourced in the past. It's never a great idea. Software is a very long-term thing. It's way better to just have your own developers. Do you believe that there could be a cure to aging or even death? Yes, because aging really comes down to, according to some people, 7 factors. If you just fix those factors, you stop aging. And I mean, really, it comes down to your telomeres and those splitting apart. If those didn't split apart, then you do that. There's plenty of animals. I think there's 2 animals out there that don't age. The jellyfish and the lobster. That could be wrong. And they don't age, so why do we need to age? And we live 10 times longer than, maybe not 10 times longer, but you get a lot longer than dogs. Why do they age faster and why do we age slower? It's just our genetics. Hey guys, I don't know anything about the stock market or cryptocurrency. I don't have any thoughts on it. If you want to ask me questions about stuff, I do. I'm not trying to be like, focus on the thing. It's just everybody always asks those questions, and it's just like I don't know, and you shouldn't get advice from me. What would you recommend using 1K to start up with? Food and rent. You don't need money to build a $5,000 a month business. You don't need ads. Someone said a Lamborghini Aventador or a 488. Definitely the Aventador. The Aventador is so much cooler than the 488. So much cooler. Someone said, is dropshipping dead? Easy throw crap at the wall and low effort store dropshipping is definitely dead. Quality, smart, planned out dropshipping, harder than ever. Building brands from dropshipping products, harder than ever. What's my favorite book? Ender's Game. Do you recommend buying a small list for SMMA? No, that's illegal. Buying people's emails and then emailing them is that is not permission-based. That is illegal. Don't do it. Or at the very least, it's going to get you shut off your autoresponder. You can't do that. You can't do that in a Market Hero. Someone said advice on doing SaaS as your first business. Don't. SaaS is a specialization of business. And you need to have the basics, and you need to have cash flow. And SaaS, there's a lot of things that go into SaaS. You got to be able to fund. You got to be able to run a team. You got to be able to analyze metrics and numbers. And you got to be able to get customers in the door. That's 4 things. If you can't do any of those things, you're going to have a really hard time with SaaS, and it's very expensive to build a SaaS company. It's a minimum of $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Minimum. I mean, you can get like outsourced developers, but you're gonna have really sloppy software that doesn't last long, and so your business won't last long. So it's way better to build a business where you can scale into it, like info marketing, consulting, Shopify. Those are businesses where you can start small and scale into bigger things. SaaS doesn't work that way. Someone said, how would you make $4,000 a month if you had to start over? It depends if I still had my skills. If I had to make $4,000 next month, I would create a info product. I'd price it at $2,000 to $3,000. I'd make sure it's really good, and then I'd send people into the webinar via Facebook groups and organic free traffic. Someone said, why is Sam Ovens the greatest of all time? Sam Ovens only has a net worth of like $60 million. He's not the greatest of all time. I think he's going to be a billionaire, but he's not the greatest of all time. Not even close. Extremely talented, though. I think he's well on his way to being one. Someone says, rank and rent work today? You probably have to ask someone else. It worked like crazy in the past. If I didn't have the skills that I have now, and I had to start over, a lot of people want, like, a lot of people are like, they see it as like some challenge, you know? Like, they see it as like the Hunger Games. Like, can you survive? Can you make money in 30 days without any skills? If I didn't have any skills, but I had like the same principles and like experience of what works in business, I'd focus on creating a really good product and like developing a really good skill set first that could help businesses, and then selling that to businesses just through networking and stuff like that. Like, guys, it doesn't take that much traction to make 10,000 bucks a month. That's $2,000 a month clients. And if you really understand a person's business, for example, I'd work with really high-end businesses when I sold SEO services. And if I got them one sale, they made so much money. So it was really easy for me to charge $1,000 to $10,000 a month. And if you have to start over, I really want to suggest making your goal money. I know that's easy to do, but I really focus on becoming really good. I'd create a really good something that you can be proud of, and it gets your customers results. Because then it's gonna be really easy. It's very easy to sell something when you get people results, and when it helps people out. You know, if you had a yeah, like I had an ear infection a week ago, and I had a lot of trouble getting rid of it. And selling me a product that gets rid of ear infections at that time would have been very easy. If you just figure out how to help people, and it's very easy to sell to them. Someone said, Rex Spec, how many people in chat are actors? I don't get offended by questions like that. I just truly want to understand. Like, it takes a lot of leaps and skepticism. Like, you have to be really cynical to, like, envision that I go to this amount of length and hire hundreds of chat actors so that I can sell a free trial of my software with a cancel button. It's very strange. It's very strange. I don't get the thought process there. And then most importantly, if you thought that, why would you participate? That's like if I hated communism and I didn't think it would work, going to like a Bernie Sanders rally, because then it would just make me really upset. Very bizarre. Very bizarre. Yeah, it would be very expensive. I mean, I just want to understand the logic behind it. It used to piss me off. I'm like, no. You're an idiot. I just like, there's the evidence to the contrary is very, very, what's the word for it? It's just there. Like, if you Google me, you can find my companies. You can see HCOM. You can see Market Hero. If you go look at the things that pop up, there's all sorts of people using the word scam to get clicks to my name, but all of them are positive reviews. And if you go in my groups and stuff like that, or you just log into my software, it's just like, this guy must have something going on. So it just perplexes me. So that's it. Most important daily habit, doing the same series of things every single day. Doing the same series of things every single day. That's the most important habit. If you can do that, you're going to do... It's very hard to do that. Someone said, how much money do I need a month for Shopify ads? I'd say at least $300 a month. You can do it very cheaply, and I've seen people get traction with much less, but that's just the safe over-under. All right, so Joseph asked a good question I like. You're in Russell Brunson's inner circle. That's an awesome place to be. I was in that for a while. Russell is awesome. We're doing $20,000 to $30,000 a month in hypnosis and personal development. No ads. Organic traffic via my podcast. See, I knew there's something behind these podcasts and why everyone's doing them. I hate podcasts. Everyone's like, do a podcast. I'm like, fuck no. I'm going to do my thing. You can go be a radio show host, but look, if it's working for you, more power to you, Joseph. That's awesome. So what you should do is, first off, the people that are clicking through to your podcast, you should retarget them. Doing that would easily take you to $40,000 a month. No problem. Easy. Just retarget the people that are already interacting with your stuff. Now, what I would do, Joseph, is if you have a YouTube, also retarget the people watching your YouTube if you're uploading the podcast and stuff like that. Now, if you're into the hypnosis and stuff like that, no ads, organic traffic via my podcast, do you think learning ads or just outsourcing ads? You cannot outsource ads, because this is something that a lot of people get confused on when they get started. And there's a fascination with outsourcing. It's like this whole 4-hour work week thing, and I understand where you're coming from, because you think that like ads are something that someone else can do for you. That you cannot. You cannot, because connecting an ad can profitably and consistently send traffic to an offer that gets you an ROI is the hardest thing to do in almost all of business. It's so hard. Consistently. And people do it all the time. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible. It's so hard to do. And it's something that you have to figure out. It's like if I put a puzzle, picture connecting your ad to the offer. It's like if I walked in front of you and there's a giant Lego set and I just threw it all in front of you. You have to put the Lego set together first before you can give it to anybody else to play with, if that makes sense. And so you need to put the puzzle together for your ads. You need to figure out, you have to build the funnel, you have to find the targeting, you have to find a way to do that. So for example, if my funnel at HCOM, when I'll run ads there, I get about a 3.5 to 4x ROI when everything's all said and done. After refunds, payment plans, all that juicy stuff, okay? Gross ROI, it's like at 8x, but that's not the real numbers. And a lot of people throw around their gross numbers. That's not the real numbers. When everything's said and done, probably a 3 to 4x ROI. And I can pass that off to an outsourcer on Facebook ads and say, make it work, because I know it works. That funnel works. It works. It's worked at scale. It's worked in crazy things. That funnel is divine. And it took me 2.5 years to get it to that point. And so if you think you're going to pay an outsourcer $1,000 a month and he's going to figure out the hardest problem of all time for you, that's like going and saying, hey, I want you to make this spaceship Lego thing fly for me, but and you just throw the puzzle pieces down and don't give anyone instructions. No one's going to do that, because if they had the capability to do that, they would be doing it on their own. So you can't outsource ads until you have ads that work. Someone said you talked about focusing on one thing and going deep. A obstacle I've encountered is that one thing, many things that need to be tackled for a beginner. There's a lot of things that need to be tackled for a beginner. You're getting kind of confused. So, for example, as a beginner, what you want to focus on is everything that ties into one strategy. So, what I would focus on is, if I was a beginner and I wanted to sell consulting, I'd focus on online networking and closing people on sales calls. Okay, I'd focus on finding my targets via online networking and closing people on sales calls. And that's all I would do. That's it. And now there's a lot of things that go into that, like sales, researching your target market, sales calls. There's a lot of things that go into that, but they all tie into one sequence. Whereas what a lot of beginners will do is, if they want to sell consulting, what they're going to do is they're going to try and do networking, Instagram, YouTube, and they're also going to try to close people through like ads, and they're going to try and close people through like a webinar funnel. And so there's all these concepts that go into it, and that's just not going to work. So that's what you should do. So Top CPA says, Alex, can you make $1 million with CPA marketing? You can make $1 million doing anything. That's if you're good enough. Are you good enough to make $1 million with CPA marketing? It's a hard business model, but making $1 million a month in anything is tough. It's tough. I didn't have my first $1 million month until like 7-8 years into this stuff. And that wasn't profit. Like, you know, so it's tough. So being a bricklayer, you could, if you were a bricklayer and you laid bricks better than anybody else on planet Earth, and you had the most stable structures, and then you turn that into a company where you taught other bricklayers how to do that. For example, if you ever see the documentary Jiro Dreams of Sushi, it's a guy who only makes sushi, and he's made sushi since he was like, I think this is incorrect, but since he was 20 years old. He just makes sushi every single day and focuses on having the best sushi. And if he wanted to be a multimillionaire with his sushi, he could. But all he focuses on is sushi, and he has the best sushi in the entire world. So people travel from around the world to come eat sushi from, and it's $300 for his series of sushi that he gives you. But you laugh and say, well, what about as a bricklayer? If you were the best bricklayer and you were the best at it, and then you taught other people how to be the best at it, and then you had a company where you laid bricks and you made the most stable, best structures in all of, I'm assuming you're from Britain. They use the word bricklayer a lot over there. Then, yeah, you could become a millionaire doing that. Someone said, Alex Becker, what's the easiest way to make $3,000 a month profit? I'd say, in my opinion, making a YouTube channel and running ads to that YouTube channel, which again, if you go through the special today at mhlinks.com/son, teaches you step-by-step how to do that. But easy isn't always what you want to search for. You know? And I would never suggest starting an online business as a way to get out of irresponsibility. What a lot of people do when they're starting an online business, they don't have any money. They have no money. And so they come to this channel saying, Alex, I've been financially irresponsible my entire life. Should I start a business? Business is one of the most responsible things out there. You're taking other people, you're selling a product, you are You are managing other people's livelihoods. You're having to very responsibly balance money, and you're having to take other people's money and be responsible with it. And so since I've been 18 years old, I was in the military. I've never been broke my entire life. I've never been in a situation where I had to be desperate for money. Now, I'm not saying because, oh, I'm holier than thou. I'm saying you have no excuse. I didn't have any help from my parents. I didn't have any help at all. And I've never been broke in my entire life, because even in my most irresponsible of times when I was a crazy drunk, I was never desperate for money, because I planned and thought about my life. And here's the thing. If you have $0 and you're really hurting for money, you've made a lot of bad decisions and you're operating very poorly, and that's going to follow you into business, and you're not going to be successful. So you need to really address why you don't have a stable income of any kind. I have a pretty high IQ, and I think I have a pretty high emotional intelligence, but I guarantee you I'm not 20% smarter than you are. And I guarantee there's plenty of people here who are broke that are way smarter than I am. So you have to address you. And so you're asking what's the easiest way to make $3,000 a month? The easiest way is first get your shit together. And then I go out there and use one of the many methods that I'm giving away for free today. That's what I'd do. Entrepreneur Hustler says, hi, big fan. I create a Facebook ad and drive traffic to it from Instagram. Shout out. Will that hurt the ad? I'm not really sure. I'm not the best at Facebook and Instagram ads. Someone said, what's my IQ? I honestly don't know. I took an IQ test when I was younger. I was told I have a pretty high IQ, but it's so, like, IQ tests are so irrelevant to results. A guy that shows up every single day for 12 hours a day will whomp a genius. Someone said, Bricky, what's the best business model to start from zero if you're 16 years old? You should focus on picking up skills and becoming a really skilled individual if you're 16 years old. There's no reason to be trying to make money right now. You should learn how to be really, really effing good at something. You know? I'd pick up engineering. Have I ever been suspended from doing ads? Yes, but you need to learn how to work with the ad networks. People that get suspended a lot, they keep trying to do stuff that the ad network doesn't approve of. They don't just go around banning people randomly. So you need to learn how to work with the ad networks. Someone said, how are you going to grow Market Hero from 2 to 5x to 10x where you're at right now? Very similar to Salesforce. We're going more towards a high-ticket service strategy for true tracking, and so that's where we're going right there. Someone said, can you train me, help me be a billionaire? I'm not a billionaire, so I probably can't help you there. I have a lot of discipline and self-discovery to get out of the way if I even want to hope to get close to there. Someone said Alex is the best name. No, it's not. Sven is clearly the best name. Sven or Farbod? Farbod is if your name is Farbod, you're going to be successful. Best YouTube ad methods? There you go. Okay, guys, so I'm going to hop off now, but I'm going to do one last call. Guys, if you want to get over... I think actually these bonuses are worth way more than $1,006. You want to get the 8X Academy, shows you to build a full-time business from absolute scratch. You want to get the VMA program, which shows you how to grow a YouTube channel, run ads to it, get to $100 to $200 a day. You want to get the Black File that shows all my advanced selling tactics. You want to get Interopt-In, which drives free traffic to your site. You want to get Market Hero, allows you to execute on all the training. It shows you how to build all the funnels, all my sales strategy, how to send free traffic to your site, how to send organic traffic to your site, how to go and send paid traffic to your site. And most of all, this is 100% free if you pick it up today, and it's free for 14 days. It's $47 after that. You can cancel at any time with one click in the Market Hero dashboard. Really quickly, the most important thing you guys should look for is testimonials. Guys, real quick, if you've taken me up on this offer, you think it's great, it's not a scam, you suggest to other people, you think the information inside of it is absolutely incredible, could you just give me a quick exclamation mark so people know that this is legitimate and something that you would suggest and they should pick up? Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys. So, guys, this is pretty much the lowest barrier entry to entrepreneurship offer where you get the most. There's over 20 hours. You get all the tools. You get everything you need to drive traffic. You get everything you need to run everything inside your business. It's step-by-step how to get to 5,000 a month, how to grow it from 5,000 a month, how to make your first product, how to get people to that product, how to sell the product. It is everything you need to build a business from scratch, and it's 100% free to try for 14 days, updated content monthly, and most importantly, if this is not for you, you don't feel that you're up for being an entrepreneur, you can cancel anytime and you don't pay a dime. If you don't swing at this offer, well, there's literally dozens and dozens of people saying, hey, check it out in chat, I think you're goofy. So anyways, guys, that's the offer today. Go to mhlinks.com/sun. There is also a link to the offer right below this video. Right below this video, there's also a link to my mastermind if you want to come and attend that on April 12th. There it is right there. Thank you so much for your time today, guys. I really, really enjoy when we get to come and hang out and chat on Sundays. It's an absolute blast. Gives me some time to reflect and hang out with you guys and help me think on my feet. So thank you so much, guys. It's mhlinks.com/sun if you want to get in that, whether you hop in or not. Thank you so much. I had a super duper time chatting with I can't chat anymore. I had a super duper time chatting with you guys today, and I'll see you next Sunday in the next video release. Till then, stay out of jail, because you can't work on your business if you're in jail. That'd just be a big old shame. You can't do that at all. No, you cannot. Also, guys, remember that this offer goes down when the stream is down or after today. So that's the deal. Catch you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out.